Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You join us from an absolutely scorching Reading as the Sussex Thunder take on the Berkshire Renegades here in the SFC 2 West. Both these teams have had a good season. Sussex currently sitting on a 2-2 record and in third place after losing to Swindon. Berkshire 2-1 record, currently on top of the SFC 2 West. Another thing with Sussex is they are yet to win an away game this season, but in the series since 2013, Sussex are leading 3-2 since 2013. Well, does that matter today? Teb's here, and I'm joined by
me, Harvey Sutcliffe. Thank you, Tebs, for having me today on this lovely Sunday afternoon. Hoping for a brilliant game as Sussex are about to kick off.
Now, obviously, Sussex, it sounds so cliche, there's a bit of rumble about the Thunder. They've had a lot of players return back to them. And a bounce.
Collected by 80.
And 80's on
He's got space, he's got... Oh.
But just pushed out of bounds there by Sussex 36. Now Sussex have had a lot of the players come back to Sussex as they look to punch their ticket to promotion. But they are going to have to get it done today because this game does have a lot of consequences for the playoff seedings. Obviously Swindon is still lurking there in second place, but Berkshire have already come away from Swindon with a 21-14 win and also beating Cornwall. Sorry Cornwall, but we're just going to, a bit high for me here. We've got a 14 in motion for him. 11 hands it off to number 22. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear us say the name Ashley Lavelle, number 22, quite a lot. We covered 2 Berkshire games last year. We covered Berkshire versus Ouse Valley and Berkshire versus Hereford in the playoffs. And number 22 was prolific. Ashley Lavelle has got speed, he's got power, and other Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson lyrics.
You'd like to think if Sussex want a chance at this game, it's the first step is stopping him.
You'd 100% think so. But you can see, once surprised if number 35 is going to act as the blocker for the majority of the game. 14 in motion the opposite way. And it's a pitch out to Lavelle.
Patient with it. He's driving for.
Ball is out, but he was definitely down. Sussex travelling well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very hot day. And it's, can you really quantify how much wearing the darker kit can actually impact you? I mean, I've once wore a matte black Zenith, if anyone wants to buy it. No, I'm joking. If anyone wants a matte black Zenith, and it was 40 degrees out in Cambridge. If you played in Cambridge, that's a sun trap. And it's very sun trappy here today.
We've got our first third down of the game. I think that's a 3rd and 2.
So here we
You've
go.
got to think they're going to hand off again here now.
Again. And this time it's to 35.
He's driving.
So
it's no whistle yet. Still got. Finally, the ref blows after they were
are going to call it.
Held up. Yep, it's the first down.
Hassan Kashmiri there, acting as the fullback, and he's managed to get them the first down.
Would you say, Tebs, this is the best way to open any type of game? Slowly, methodically work your way down the field, get the team warmed up into it?
Well, it's more so, even though we haven't seen it be strictly 22-22-22, 4 runs. Realistically, it is. Well, they've only had the 10-yard space, but you're going to want to mix it up a little bit. So we've got a bunch on the left-hand side, new formation, but Lavelle's still lurking. Oh, and the pass, but just out to the right. 2nd and 10.
11 trying to reach 80 there, but just overthrew it and out of reach.
Maxwell Molyneux, the man under centre for the Renegades. Great name. That's a real football name. I tell you what, the Div 2's been very good this year. You've got teams like Colchester in the other side of the southern brackets, as well as Ouse Valley doing fairly well. So here we go, Molyneux's looking.
Fantastic blocking.
Oh, wow. Oh. I tell you what, from where me and Harvey stood, that looked like it maybe was potentially a little bit closer to his receiver there, but
I don't know if that was miscommunication with the receiver, if the receiver did the wrong route, but it didn't seem anywhere near when the ball finally hit the ground.
But Callum Hobson, he's not 10'2", so he wasn't
not
able to bring that in.
And he's playing American football, not basketball, so his vertical probably isn't going to be the best.
3rd and 10 now. We've seen 2 passes here for Berkshire, haven't resulted in anything.
But
What do you suspect here? Do you think they're going to be going back to the ground?
do they back the ground and then see where they are at the 4th, from the 4th down? They are.
Now it's a pitch left to Lavelle.
Patient.
And he's been, number 20 of Sussex, almost had him.
Where are they calling that?
So they're going to be saying, I think that's going to be, oh wow, if that's where they're, that is going to be a 4th and not a lot.
I think the running back there was patient, number 22, but I think he was too patient there, Tebs. He stutter-stepped and was trying to read the defence, just allowed them to get closer to him. I think if he just trusted his speed and trusted his space, I think that would have been a first down.
So the refs have sort of moved it back slightly, so it's going to be a 4th and, I'm going to say maybe 1.3.
Yeah.
Dan DeLucia was the man who pushed him out of bounds there.
I think this will go to the second running back here again, like last time, as they had a short 3rd.
So here we go. No, and it's going to Lavelle to the left. Almost broken through there. And it looks like that is going to be a turnover on downs for the Thunder.
I'm going to say it again, Tebs. Again, I think he was too patient. He needs to use his size and power. We were seeing him warming up, weren't we? And he's got legs like tree trunks. He should use them there. But great stop from Sussex there. That's going to give him a load of confidence.
And I tell you what, Jordan Hart there on making sure that Lavelle gets out of bounds, and Sussex are going to take over. In fairly decent field position. They're going to be starting in their own half, but only probably, I'd say, maybe 8 yards in the Sussex Thunder part of the field.
And Tebs, before the game you were telling me that the star player here is the QB. Am I correct there?
Definitely.
Number 12.
De Ruyter's played all around the league, you know, even for Warriors, even Maidstone. I remember I've even played with him in the Slate Cup in a Canadian rules game. So it's going to be interesting. He was throwing some bombs in practice, but there is a man running. He is just pushing people down. Lots of horizontal running.
And is that number 6, sorry, Tebs. Chris Robson Close with a great, powerful run there. And got some extra yards there that he shouldn't have done, I think.
It's one of those things where when players are tackling low, if they have the power in their arms to basically push the player off of them,
and get their legs out of the grip, then
that's exactly what Robson Close did there. As he's going to bring up a 2nd, and I'm going to say, are you saying a 3 or a 4? What are we thinking?
We'll meet in the middle, Ted, say 3.5.
Beautiful.
How early do you think they're going to go to the pass, especially with the skill of the QB? Or do you think?
I think it's going to be another, well, I was going to say it's going to be another run. Breaking through the middle.
Again.
Robson Close again, but he is dragged down by, I believe that is number 30.
What's the call here?
Let's see, it's looking like the first. Yep.
Again, powering through. You feel like he should have been tackled a lot sooner there. You got Berkshire were getting round him, but just couldn't bring him down.
And Ashko there, a Renegade on the tackle.
We saw this from Berkshire in their opening drive. 3 runs, and then they went for 3 passes in a row. Do you think Sussex are going to do something similar, get the pass game a bit warmed up, knowing their run is a lot stronger?
Well, here we go. De Ruyter's looking, and over the top.
Great.
Wow, wow, wow.
I think he's just short of the first, because he came back towards the QB after catching that. But Sussex are playing on confidence right now, aren't they? They're
DJ Sajinson there with the catch. And we can just show, there he is, the delivery of De Ruyter.
Yes. The patience as well. He wasn't, which you got to give credit to the O-line there.
Is it, like, realistically, how many veteran QBs do you really have in Britball? You know, normally they sometimes just leave. But, you know, number 12 for Sussex, that's a veteran. He's not going to be worried. Nice quick snap there, going to be going up the middle.
Number 10.
Wow, wow, wow. And he's just powering through.
Connor Barrow.
It just seems as though that Sussex are just finding these extra 3-4 yards out of nowhere when they really should be being brought down.
Connor Barrow there, the running back. If you saw him, I don't know if you can see him. If you can see him in the camera, he's not the biggest person, but he's definitely wily there. Got through, and I think had support from the line pushing through there. But another powerful first down there, Tebs.
Got 2 receivers on the left now for the Thunder. And again, not doing a traditional snap count of the Thunder, but a good tackle there from the Renegades.
Do you think, because they've snapped the ball every time on ready, haven't they there, Tebs? Do you think the Renegades need to sense that, or are they trying to draw them out to get those offsides?
They're definitely just trying to draw them out. You know, realistically, it does happen. It's a underused strategy sometimes. Wouldn't surprise me if something will happen if they get to maybe a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, just to get those extra yards. We have a bunch, double bunch here. The route is looking out wide. Oh, unable.
Number 10 then, just unable to get his head around it quick enough. So again, is this their first 3rd down of the game?
It certainly is for the Thunder. Can they bring something here? Or
it's a 3rd and long.
It's going to be interesting to see if this isn't converted. Is there a kicker? You know.
But I think you just said, Tebs, with the cadences, long yardage they need. Is this where they flip it and like on 2 or something to try and draw the extra yards given to them by the Renegades?
Here we go now. Good discipline there from Berkshire. Hand off to 10, but hand off to 0, just dragged down there.
Number 90, I believe, there for
Wow. Luke
Berkshire there.
Connolly with a great tackle there, making sure the Thunder go nowhere. So,
and
I'd say only maybe a loss of 1 though.
And like the Renegades, the Sussex are going to go for it on 4th, which means they mustn't have a confident kicker.
Here's the thing. It's difficult to find kickers in Britain that can drill it from this far out. So here we go. Can the Thunder convert? 4th, and I'm going to say 7. Obviously, it's going to be looking at wide. He's looking for 89. And 2 drives, 2 turnovers on downs.
And I think confidently say at the moment Sussex has the upper hand here at the moment.
But here's the thing.
Slight earthquake there as the ball hit the tripod.
Yes, there was a ball rolling towards it, and you can't kick the game balls, ladies and gentlemen, so I just had to affirm it. Here's the thing. Now I think Berkshire they've seen the defence of Sussex. Can they work around it? Can they get the passing game? That's the question. That I think is the big question today for the Berkshire Renegades. Under centre now. Going to Lavelle again to the left, but just met. Look at the amount of Thunder around him.
That's 3 people gripped round him.
91,
Lavelle
20
there.
and 40. It's going to be a very, very, very slight gain there.
And what I've noticed here, Tebs, is I think the receiver, number 14, is going to get the plays from the sideline and bringing it back to the huddle. It was all like that first drive, and just then he's come from the sideline to the huddle.
Might be because he's on this side, to be honest.
Yeah. It makes sense.
So here we
Quicker,
go.
saves you shouting.
Got a lot of men in the box here.
Another motion.
89 on the move.
Never pass.
Molyneux is looking.
He's looking at 80. He was only looking at 80.
Oh, wow. Oh, and that is, I tell you what, that ball was coming towards him, and just a great break up there by the Thunder. That ball was on the money.
As a receiver, there's just a ball slowly coming in, just plays with your head. It's like it's coming, and then in the back of your head you're thinking, definitely there's defenders coming as well. But to go up there and challenge that, give him props for that.
Very well done for Sussex. Here's the thing, I don't think that, unless it becomes a big yardage situation here, if this doesn't go anywhere, you're going to have to looking at a punt situation for Berkshire. So here we go, what can Berkshire do? Man,
the pass.
58 is right there.
It's a
Ball is out.
Ball is out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wow. 48 with the fumble recovery. Matt Gums.
He's got to be happy. He's got a touchdown on his stat sheet today. But I believe it was number 58, Vincent Foyle, who just glided round the outside of that Berkshire row line, getting to Molyneux, forcing the fumble, and now
on
scoop and score.
On the pass game, every play they've done, they've had their running back blocking. There they tried to run a fake, and the QB was left all alone in the backfield with 3 linemen just heading straight towards him.
Absolutely textbook defensive play there from Sussex. Here we go, looks like it'll be number 7 to kick it through.
Fantastic number.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play though, as it hits the trees.
So they're waving it off. It did go through, and the tree was an amazing grab there.
You say they're waving off the flag? No,
Yeah.
they're not.
No.
So illegal formation on the defence, obviously declined. Let me just chuck 7 points on the board for the Thunder. Absolutely great there. That's exactly what you want. Sacked. I don't think Molyneux saw him coming at all.
No.
And
Blindsided him. It seems like his first read when passing is number 80. He's gone there every time with the ball, and he's always looking at him first. And I think the defence have read that. The defence of Sussex, they're always sending people to get round on his blind side, and if you're not looking all over the field, then things like that will happen.
And Gums there, he's got to be happy with that.
Oh.
He's got to be happy with that.
He probably, when he said, I'm going to play American football, and was like, oh, we're going to give you this fish, he's thinking, I'm never going to get in that end zone. It's the sad life of a lineman not getting on the score sheet,
Yeah.
but right there, I can guarantee you that will be on his Instagram, on his Facebook, on his Twitter, Snapchat if he uses it.
I tell you what, you're welcome. You're welcome that this game is being broadcast. Here we go now. All the way.
Another fantastic kick.
Over the head of 80.
Oh, it's still in.
Oh, wow. What a great bounce there. He's got to take that out. Can 80 get something though? 69, I believe, has got him. And brought down at the 20. I tell you what, great kick for Avitt to bounce there, but also in a situation like that, when you think that's going in, you're going to take a return onto that 20.
I think everyone on that field thought that was going straight into the end zone.
Yes.
I thought it was, because the Sussex kickoff team were just trundling down the field as soon as they saw that ball bounce. And then they realised, 80 scoops it up, thinking, oh, the ball's still in, we've got a problem here. But well done to get back down to him, but that could have been, he could have ended up, they could be starting way closer to their end zone line there. So I think that was the best of a bad situation for both teams.
Lewis Kavanagh there with his thinking hat on. So Berkshire have moved back to this I form.
They have to get back to the run, get some yards, get a first down again.
So it's out to Lavelle again. Great pitch.
Again, that time, no hesitation there. It's what he realised he's a powerful man, a powerful human. Let's just run some people over.
Here we go. 2nd and 8 now for the hometown side.
I thought they would. Looking at it, I thought they made more than that, but that's why I'm not wearing the stripy top and the funny hat.
You can buy those hats. Primark. No. Is it at the Renegades? It is. It's a great field to play on today, ladies and gentlemen. We've played on this pitch during the winter, and it's awful. The Sussex coach also came over and said the same thing.
Strong left here, no receivers on the right side.
But Molyneux is looking.
Again, straight to 80.
Caught by 89, but unfortunately 89 is stood on the sidelines. So 3rd and 8 now for the Renegades. But again, this game last time was fairly close, 17-7. Berkshire need it to stay on top, and Sussex need it to take the top.
Yes, and once again, QB just targeting 80 the whole time. But you can only pick from 2, can't you, if you've only got 2 receivers on the field.
Under centre again now, split back now. Moving away from the eye, 14 out on our left.
80 motioning across.
Molyneux's looking, but 58 is there again, and the
fumble.
ball is out again.
See what the ref calls.
Okay, this is going to be very, very interesting.
Sussex ball.
I tell you what, Vincent Foyle, we're only in Q1, but that man is having himself a game. Second strip sack in Q1, and Sussex are going to take over on the
Number 11,
13.
Molyneux for Berkshire. Berkshire, Northern are coming out.
It's fine, don't worry.
We'll be wanting to forget this quarter as quick as possible.
But there's going to be now something that's got to be said about the protection.
Yes.
Now that the second strip sack has happened, and we've seen that Sussex. I wouldn't surprise me if this doesn't go anywhere. They're going to be able to kick it.
Yeah.
Points are on the board here for Sussex unless something happens.
I think we've got a pass coming here. You're this close. You have a go in the first down. You don't
100%,
think?
yeah. So number 10 in motion. Oh no!
Oh no!
Running around this, but he stumbles. So it looks like he's going to have a gain
Of about
1. No, 2.
No, I think we're 3. I think.
A gain of 3 there, but
Oh no, 2. Yeah, 2.
did stumble. Maybe we were speaking about how nice this pitch was just too quickly as Connor Barrow does manage to gain some yards, but I'm sure he wanted to hit pay dirt.
Or he knew how nice the ground was and wanted to get a closer look. But I wouldn't say he ran those 2 yards. He stumbled
Yes,
those 2 yards. But
managed to go into a roll. 2 receivers on the right. Just pops out there. A little bit of miscommunication.
I think what happened there, the back got in the way of the QB throwing that screen.
That is exactly what happened there. And I tell you what, I say just good on the right there to not throw it into the hand there of his running back. But I tell you what, even after that strip sack, it's coming up Berkshire. They need a stop here, even if it does result in a 3-pointer for the kick. But again, still got 1 play left here for Sussex before they even consider that.
Yeah. You've got to think straight for the end zone here now.
100%. There's not long left. Number 0's going out.
Number 84.
And caught by 1. He's going to have that.
He
good.
bobbled it. He caught
I
it.
tell you what.
And it hit his pads through the bottom of his arms, and that's such a shame because that would have been a first down as well.
And I tell you what. That judge in the middle, eyes like a hawk, good on him. 4th down now. Now number 7, the kicker, is out here for Sussex. They'll be looking to put 3 on the board. And I tell you what, that right there, that's a victory for the Renegades. They're going to have to be conceding 3 here. Well, you think so? Oh.
Was it blocked? I heard some pads hit there.
We're just going to say it was blocked. That's a win for Sussex.
Oh.
That is a win for Berkshire, sorry. They're going to be unhappy that the strip sack happened, but no points from the board from that. Again, now it's the time. You put that out of your memory if you are Berkshire. And start again.
The offence for the Renegades will be thanking the defence for that, because another 7 points from a sack or fumble would devastating for the rest of this game, especially because they received first.
And I tell you what, I think it's because that ball went out of play. They're going to be starting exactly where they started last time. Realistically, the only thing that happened there was the clock went down.
Yes.
Moving back to the I form are the Renegades. There you go, Molyneux's looking out right. Great blocking from Lavelle. Flips to 14 there. For me, it didn't look like 14 was ready for that ball. For me. He's unhappy with it, but
a point there, just we've seen, as I said, when the backs are blocking, no one's getting through. Molyneux's got all the time he needs.
But realistically, you don't want to be putting your back out to block. You want to be able to have him as that spare option. But if it happens, it happens.
And especially if the receivers if his passes aren't being complete. The backs were thinking, give me the ball.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 now for Berkshire. I'd definitely say after that lack of points for Sussex, momentum, I wouldn't say it's fully Sussex's at this point. There you go, motion missed there. But here you go, it's a run to Lavelle. He's going to counter back inside. Up the middle. I'd say an okay amount of yards there.
I think when they run the ball and the backer goes to the sideline, round the outside, that's where they get it, because he's obviously got so much pace that they
I tell you what,
should utilise.
I did think that Lavelle got a few more yards on that, because that looks like a 3rd and 8 to me. Berkshire need to get something going here. What are they going to cook up? Molyneux's got a look. Throws it. Oh,
what a
my
fantastic
Lord.
pick.
Number 41 for Sussex. And that is a pick 6 all of the way.
The Sussex defence have got the Renegades number.
I'll tell you what, they've been on the films there. I believe that was number 41.
Just having a look now, if you can. 24 seems to be the one celebrating.
So
like
they're going to give it to Billy Sims because they don't have a 41. But wow, wow, wow. It seemed as though that was the pass that was going to be on the money for Berkshire. But 2 defensive touchdowns.
Looking at it, the ball was perfectly placed for the receiver to grab, but it then hit the pads of the corner, and that just allowed him to get his hands round.
And the holder there very late to get on the field. Normally when we see the holder late to get on the field, the kick doesn't go anywhere, but Sussex want to buck that trend. 14-0.
I think away from American football right now, I think the groundsman has got to give some credit here, because putting a tree there to stop the balls going miles and making some poor young child have to go get the ball.
It's a great idea. Or, you know, the classic one I've seen is putting the car park behind the uprights with no netting behind it. Someone's car, someone's car window. That will be sacrificed for the 3 points or the 1 point.
And I've heard that a kicker kicking into a car park is more likely to get it through because they really want to destroy a windshield.
Yes, and then jokes on them when it hits their mum and dad's car. Unbelievable stuff. I tell you what, I said that the momentum meter was not looking all Sussexy, all nice and blue, but I tell you what, after 2 defensive touchdowns, it's blue.
And as you stated before the start of the game, it's night and day from their previous away games. Of course, never winning an away game this season.
Nope.
And they've come here to a team that is strong at home.
They've only won at home.
Yep. And it's incredible what they're doing. Right now, Tebs, it looks like one team has come to play, the other team has come to get to the beer garden because of this weather.
I wouldn't quite say that. I wouldn't give the Renegades that much. It just seems as though that Sussex they've just got the number. Good running from 80, but it looks like he's going to be dragged down at the 25.
80 not risking it there again. The ball was looking to bounce on the 2-yard line. I didn't think he wanted to risk a repeat of the last kickoff, so collected it. Patient, which you got to give him credit for, reading his blocks and getting to the just past the 25. There, Tebs.
Now here's the thing, this is where it gets exciting. Like, how many times do you say, well, I'm excited to see the defence? Can the Sussex defence put another touchdown on the board?
The Renegades have been in Sussex half of the field once for 1 play. And
I tell you what, it really is. Number 58, Foyle, is the man to watch. He's the foil of the Berkshire offence. You like that, ladies and gentlemen? There you go. But here we go now. What can Berkshire cook up? And we had 11 having a nice free run there. Oh, just pushed it on the whistle. Do we have an injured Sussex?
yeah, someone is down. Ref call over medic.
So we do have an injured member of the Thunder. You can't help but to be impressed with Sussex.
As what we've seen from maybe not as much the offence, but the defence is perfect football.
It's one of these things where, because Sussex are shutting down Lavelle, the star back for Berkshire, they're forcing them to pass,
Yep.
and we've seen it. Molyneux strip sacked twice and an interception. I'm sure that if you're Berkshire, you don't want to be passing this ball. If it was up to you, you'd be handing it to Lavelle. The sea would open up. The sea would open up,
Yep.
and he'd be hitting pay dirt every time.
I believe that the downed player was number 31 for Sussex, which is Oscar Zarembski. But he seems to be walking around and he's fine.
Yeah, he's walking off. He's on the opposite side of the field and he's walking around, which is good. Here we go now.
Another handoff. Oh, big hit there. It's one thing was that's number
Got a new back in.
20, new backer for the Renegades.
I'll tell you what, I heard a crunch there and I was getting a bit worried that someone was going to be...
But Mason Williams there for the Renegades in it, running back.
It's looking like a 3rd and 5 for him.
What I'm seeing here is the running back's going in and he's meeting 3 of the Sussex players and they're all pushing against him and there's no Renegades wanting to push back with the running back.
We hear the coaches on the sideline saying you've got to push, Yeah. And like, you might not think that you have to, but I tell you what, it does help.
Yes.
3rd and 5. Molyneux is looking and just throws it out.
Oh. What's he
It's
saying?
going to be a first down here. 80 there, getting the ball. Kavanagh receives, and it's going to be a first down, Berkshire. And I tell you what, it's their first down in quite a bit. You've got to be happy with that if you're Berkshire.
And I believe first completed pass.
No, I don't know. I think that.
That may or may not have been. We've got an official's timeout here for. Can you see why, Sebs?
Realistically, Harvey, on a day like today, it very well could be for some water.
Yeah.
And I would not blame the officials, or it could be an issue with the chain crew. That does tend to happen at Britball games.
Yep, there is a ref. You probably can't see them because the Renegades are in the way, but he is playing with one of the markers in the chain.
It does happen. You know, we don't have down marker professionals in Britball, but I tell you, even if you're a court professional, you get the job done.
Yep.
So it does happen.
The chain crew today and ball boys are all wearing high vis, and in this sun, they are the brightest thing, probably in the south of England right now.
I'm telling you, Molyneux and de Ruyter do not want to catch a glimpse of a high vis. The sun bounce of that hits their eye. Oh, unbelievable. Won't see it coming. You know, hopefully Steve, Kwame and Tom are having a fun day out in Portsmouth. Doing that game, they kicked off at the same time as we did. If I could do a picture-in-picture, I'd say hello to them, but I can't, so I'm gonna wish them hello from here in Reading.
And hope they have got as good of a game as we have in front of us now.
Yeah. So here we go now. Chain crew all set up. They're all ready to go. Fresh first down here for Berkshire. So you love the Sussex Thunder sideline. They are very, very pumped up, and so they should be. 14 in motion.
Hand off to 20. Broke one tackle there and then just got swarmed
It's
by the Sussex defence.
so strange because they're playing under centre. It seems as soon as that ball is snapped, there's just crumbling around them. It seems to like just maybe a Sussex player's arm reaching over could potentially even grab Molyneux before he's even made the handoff.
So before he's thinking about getting his steps back right, his arm up, he's already trying to wrestle someone off his pads.
So here we go. Still going to be an okay game though for Berkshire.
Do we know why number 22 isn't on the field? Do you think he'd be? He's stood on the sideline, looking fresh, looking.
But it's good. Why not? Why not just see? Why not just try something new? See something new. So fake pitch, but it's caught. Wow!
Oof!
Good low tackle there, but Charlie Burnham managing. Sorry. Glenn Burnham.
Glenn Burnham.
Glenn Burnham. And it seems as though that Mr. Burnham is down. But I tell you what, that was a very, very low tackle. But, you know, he's a big man. He's a big man.
He did do a half flip in the air.
He did.
When he got tackled.
He did. So sometimes you know, can you if you grab a man like that by the waist, can you drag him down? But
if you run full pelt into his knees, he will not be moving.
Well, here we go. It's good. So that is the end of Q1 here, and Berkshire have got their biggest play of the day so far.
And Tebs, we're finishing Q1 here, sadly, with a player down after such an amazing catch and run. How would that affect the mood, do you think, of the Renegades, seeing this player has made an impact, but instantly he's been injured?
It's a double-edged sword. It's 100% double-edged sword. Biggest play of the game so far for them. And all they've got to do is hope that Burnham is okay, number one, and then hope that he gets back on the field.
Yes.
As a secondary.
Looking at it, I think it didn't look like anything should be broken. I think winded, definitely, at the least.
So here we go now. So we can confirm that he's back on his feet, which is good. But didn't make an impact. You hear the coach there saying, have you got any big boys to carry him?
There's nothing better in a sport like this than seeing a big man catch a ball and run down the sideline.
But you've got to give props to Molyneux there, because Foyle was there.
That ball was straight, as soon as that ball left his hands, he was lit up.
Yeah, Foyle was right there. Foyle is, I don't know if Molyneux owes Foyle some money or something, because Foyle is there. He is there. He's doing absolutely great today. And
as they switch sides, we're going to get a glimpse of what the Sussex defence are going to see when the Renegades line up, to see maybe even we could spot how they're getting through, how number 58 is.
It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a nice change of viewpoint here. There you go. So now they're picking Burnham up 100%.
He's.
Tell you what, came in, made a play. Cannot deny that. And this is it. If you're Berkshire, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to be more motivated to get into this end zone now. You've had a man go down after a great grab.
I'm trying to think. I think it may have been number 24, the person who got the pick six, who was the one to tackle. Our wide receiver is the only word for this man. He's now, thankfully, he's slowly getting off on his own steam there.
But it does look like it's going to be an injury to his left leg. But
I think in the scheme of how this game's going, you never want to say an injury worthwhile, but he must be proud of himself there.
Oh, yeah. Like I punch this, like doing a flip through the air. You know, it's good. You don't want to be injured, but
that would go on my highlight reel. I'd start stating I could do half a flip, and then I'll give no context.
Flips.
Yeah.
0.5.
Yeah. Have the ability to flip if someone runs through my legs.
We do hope number 83 is okay. It's just over to the left of us now, but he's back. He's now in the shade as Berkshire line up for another fresh set of downs. And just completely stuffed there. So you can tell that Sussex D line, they're only running 3. That is some big bodies. But a gain of 2 for Berkshire. I want to be happy with a gain of 2 because it just seems like just converging on that middle of the field. 98 to 62. I think that's 91. 97 are the D linemen here.
Again, Lavelle is not back in at running back. He's still soaking the sun in on the sideline.
I mean, you look at it, they've had 2 first downs they didn't have before.
Again, back to number 20. And again, swarmed instantly. From every angle, I think that's a loss of 1.
So 11 and 20 there, adding up to find number 20 in the backfield. And now Berkshire are going to have a 3rd and long now, looking like a 3rd and 8. They're going to need something if they want to keep this momentum going.
Expecting a pass here, Tebs.
I am, but it all depends on who they think is going to be the receiver. That is the question.
80 is back on the field, and he's been the main target, so there'll be a check on him. But 14 has been getting through. He's had opportunities, and the QB's haven't looked his way.
So here we go now. Molyneux is looking, and he is looking. Oh. I tell you what, 89 comes off the field and he's unhappy, but I tell you what, he was close. But Berkshire looks like they're going to bring their punting unit onto the field.
I think one thing there to see was 2 receivers ended up in the same place there. You had 89 and 80 within a yard of each other.
100%.
And 80 was the trailing one, was he? Or was it 89 was the trailer? But either way, whoever's trailing that, you're going to think, is it mine or is it his? Is it mine or is it his? So maybe some miscommunication there, or route run incorrectly, or just how it was drawn up, but very close there.
But here we go now. Sussex are going to be receiving this punt. Number 4 to kick it away.
And number 20 it seems to receive.
And it's going to be bounced on the floor, and it's blocked. And he bobbled the pickup, and 11 for Sussex has got it, but he is brought down.
What's that? Number 48 has makes himself. That is definitely 10. So I don't know if he'll do them on the field now or when he gets off, but he cannot get away with that at all. He went to pick it up, and then he don't even think he touched the ball, did he? He just waddled over the top of it. But away from that, away from that, incredible.
I tell you what though, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could bend down enough for my brain to click and go, oh, ball. I wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, I tell you what, A+ effort for trying, but you're going to be unhappy with that. But the defence of Sussex, I was really surprised that they blocked a punt today. No, I'm not. But realistically now it's, can the Sussex offence put some points on the board? That is the question now for them. Got a stack on the left.
10 motions.
Hand off to 0. He's cutting. And he breaks
He's got
right.
Space. Oh, fantastic.
But 49.
And again, something that Sussex offence has been brilliant at is continuing that play, pushing their running back when he's going into contact.
49 there for Berkshire on the tackle. Brendan Vickery getting down. D'Souza, number 0.
Must be a baller to wear number 0. And
Always
from what
good.
we've seen there, reads the play, cuts back in, uses his speed and his size to almost get underneath the O-line.
So 2-yard gainer there on Sussex. Simple. De Ruyter's looking. Received by number 10, but 24 is just there.
Number 10, Connor Barrow for Sussex there with the grab, and good job holding on to that, because as soon as he caught that ball, that impact was straight away. So strong hands there, and that was, it seems only a gain of 3, maybe 4, but we're definitely at a 3rd and 5 situation here for Sussex.
But Gazard there making sure that ball, there's no yak. He didn't yak all over the pitch.
This pitch is currently yakless.
Unbelievable. So here we go now. 3rd and 5 for the Thunder. Fake handoff going to D'Souza again, but 52.
Number 52.
And number 41. And I tell you what, number 41 there, he thought the ball was coming out.
Samuel D. O'Brien, number 52 there, and Cameron Smith, number 41, stopping that and stopping a crucial down there, because Sussex bringing on their punting unit.
I tell you what, Berkshire's defence are doing well here.
The defence especially is warming up, aren't they?
But then this is the problem though, is that 2 defensive scores.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as it is that the offence for Sussex can't get anything going, but the defence is spectacular. But
oh,
there you go. Looks like it's going to be. Yeah, it seems like the Sussex had too few men on the field there. They want to bring someone on. Timeout by Sussex. 10 minutes remaining here in the first half, Berkshire not managing to put any points on the board. Sussex's offence not managing to put any points on the board, but Sussex are 14-0 up, thanks to a scoop and score and a pick 6.
So, while we wait for the punt to go off, the Renegades returners look like, is that 88 and 50? Could be 50 anything.
Could be 50 anything, definitely, yeah. It's definitely not 51, I can tell you that.
Or 50. I'm thinking maybe 56 or 58.
Is that because what you got on your roster? Yeah, it's not a 53, I don't
Yep.
think. I think that's 56.
Jamie, yep. Jamie
52,
Lancey.
52.
Oh, it's 52.
Here we go. Not a good punt there from Sussex. Not a good punt at all. Takes a Berkshire bounce off a... Seems though that just came off the right side of his foot.
We were talking about the returners and the ball seemed to get further away from them.
And I tell you what, if you're Berkshire, you've got to be happy with that. But now is the time to capitalise.
Yes.
Now is the time to capitalise. They're going to be starting, but I'd say maybe 3 yards into Sussex territory. But they need to cook something up here. 10 minutes remaining.
Yes.
Still, that's basically an age in football speak.
All the timeouts remaining still.
But just one touchdown, even a score,
Yes.
could bring some life back to Berkshire. Quite tight formation Berkshire are running. Molyneux is looking. 89 has caught it. He was in an island. He cuts back through. Just a fantastic.
And it looks like they're giving it a gain of 7 yards there. It was that number...
Nathan Bench. No longer on the bench for you, Mr. Bench. But I tell you what, gain of, I'm going to say 8. I tell you what, they looked a lot calmer there.
They did.
89 was, he seemed to be just completely by himself. Obviously a convergence of the Thunder.
The
Gets him
QB,
down.
patient with it, had time, trusted his line. And a handoff here to 26. Oh, powerful running.
Breaks it through their line.
So for the first down, yeah.
Yep. And I tell you what, and Berkshire marching closer to the end zone.
Number 26, Eduardo McKeesey. There with the powerful running. This offense is warming up.
I tell you what, we were talking about 22 earlier, but even 20, now 26, they got some good backs in there. Berkshire seem to be a powerful running back factory as they have a fresh set of downs just shy of the Sussex 30. Here we go. Ball is fumbled but recovered by Berkshire. Molyneux manages to dive on it. Bad snaps on this field? No, doesn't happen.
That's gonna slow the momentum down there. They had 3 back-to-back good plays.
But here's the thing, because they're running under centre, don't get me wrong, you don't want to have a fumble like that, but under centre means that the damage is mitigated slightly as they've only lost a yard. You're running out of shotgun and it goes up and over.
Yep.
Even if you dive on it, you're looking at least
4.
maybe a 2nd and 20. Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes over your head,
Yeah,
sorry.
if you snap like me, brother. So Molyneux's looking again, over the top, but
Intercepted by
off.
number 20. Number 20 there for Sussex, being Dan DeLucia. Dan there just letting the Renegade sideline know that the ball's been turned down.
And it's another turnover for the Thunder. It's such a shame. Berkshire were doing well, had a great catch, had some good runs.
Yes.
But just an errant throw there lends it to the Thunder again. But Berkshire's defence are heating up, while Sussex Thunder's offence can't really get anything going themselves. Don't get me wrong, I'd argue that they've been slightly more impressive, but realistically, it's almost halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
And they've not scored either. classic formation here. Pro. 0 in motion. Sousa in motion. Roy's looking out
52
right.
through.
Oh! I tell you what, just a bit too high for number 1 there, but number 24 of Berkshire, he's going to be kicking himself because potentially could have intercepted that. I'm saying maybe potentially if he did a cheeky little dive, he could have caught that, but you know, that's me being, you know, would I have dived for that? Probably not.
Yeah, Sasha Gazard there, number 24 for the Renegades. It seems like he didn't notice it sooner. I think if he saw it a bit sooner, don't know what could have, but he could have been there. That
Could have
in my opinion, at this stage of a game, especially when the other team have got 2 defensive scores on you, you need to be intercepting that.
So here we go. Another pass here for the Thunder. He's looking deep. And an interception by Berkshire, number 37.
37, Harry Sharkey. He was a shark swimming in the water there.
Absolute bull shark there. He saw that ball was flying through the air. And a turnover now for the Renegades.
2 turnovers in 4 plays there.
No one can say that this game isn't exciting. I tell you that. No one can say this game isn't exciting.
But a game definitely run by the defence.
Oh, defensive showcase so far, but then here's the thing. Berkshire, currently, they're sitting in all lowercase because right now, once again, they need to capitalise.
QB for Sussex there though, first time showing off his arm potential there. A lovely arcing ball just.
I tell you what is good here is we can hear him behind us. Berkshire are getting hyped up now. Can they keep it going on the offense as we have another back in and number 13 is running. Low tackle flying through the air. But that's going to be a good chunk of yardage there.
Number 13, Maxwell Molyneux. Is that right? No,
that's Dan Williams.
Dan Williams, sorry.
Molyneux's the QB, he's wearing 11, mate.
He is. The numbers did change prior to the start of the game, so.
Unbelievable stuff. But if you're Dan Williams, you're happy there.
Oh,
you've just run a 9-yarder. But here's the thing, we've seen this before, they're getting close. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're getting close.
Yes.
Just give it another run play.
And again, loads of sound and noise after that play coming from the Renegade sideline.
It looks like Williams was in the full-back position there. Hand off to Williams again. Why not? He's the hot hand. But don't think he's going to...
It's going to be...
no.
They've given it. It's
going to be close, but he's got a first down. Another first down for the Renegades, both on the back of Dan Williams. But it really seems to be that it's this section of the field where Berkshire are struggling and turn the ball over.
Yes.
They just need something, consistency.
But two fantastic runs. The last one might have been 1 yard, but it got the first down. It was a powerful run.
Here we go. Oh, the ball is fumbled. No.
Oh, again.
And again.
97 recovers the ball.
And again, another turnover goes the way of Sussex. Seems like that was number 97.
Yeah, Simon Fisk with the fumble recovery there. Is that the third fumble?
It's the third fumble.
Fumble recovery, of course. We had a fumble earlier, but recovered by the Renegades. But
so what's that? Three fumbles recovered by Sussex. 2 interceptions. One of those going for a pick 6.
And
again, can the Sussex offense do something here?
Once
it's as simple as that.
Now we've got 3 turnovers in 10 downs here.
Here we go. And caught there by 89. Taken out of bounds there by 37. But a good run there.
By 84, Pete Buckland with the catch and run.
Is that not 89?
No, 84.
Oh, the 84 and 89 are just stood next to each other. Difficult sometimes, but Harry Sharkey there, the man to take him out of bounds, but a fresh set of downs and a big old gain.
Looks like a gain of 15 yards, would you say there, Tebs, it seems?
It's one of those things where it seems as though that all the action has sort of taken place closer to our portion of the field, which is obviously nice for me, but...
We can't complain about that. Again,
there we go,
back to the
pass.
throw to 84. Oh!
and just bouncing off the tips of the fingers.
Yeah. Again, back to 84. Pete Buckland there, just seems a little bit behind him after he cut to the sideline there, and again, just off his fingertips. He had a defender there, so great pressure there from the backers.
So 2 passes and a fresh set of downs. Now slightly less fresh. Not quite clearance yellow sticker level fresh, but here we go. It's now the 3rd pass.
So number 13, great hands, but I've just noticed number 13 is wearing a hoodie under his pads.
That is absolutely
A black hoodie, and we
It's
can't tell you enough how warm it is here, ladies and gentlemen.
and Oscar Ryan there, the man on the catch, wearing the hoodie.
Limping off a little bit, it seems, but
But I tell you what, Sasha Gazard, when they're thrown to his side of the field, he's doing a great job
Yep.
of defending it. He's making sure that they get brought down, no question about that. But it's going to be now a 3rd, and I'm going to say 8 now for Sussex. They've probably one of their better offensive performances so far. But can they dial up a fresh set of downs? Through the middle. And just
number
through.
1 waving his hands around for that ball, and it went his way, and sadly couldn't bring it in.
Bring it in now, and this ball, looking from number 7, the man with the golden boot for the Thunder, will be looking to kick it away, as this ball's probably going to start the furthest away from the camera that it has done all game. 88 back to return for
We thought
the
that last
Renegades.
time, and he did squib it.
Going to be looking to kick it with his old foot this time. And he
And
does.
it is fantastic. 88 to 0.
Great.
Nicely catches it. Breaks 1. Still moving. Nice.
89 for Sussex. Bringing him down. Connor Rogers. Now Berkshire have got a lot of field to make up as Q2.
And the first half slow. Yes, we must.
Oh, we do have got an injured Thunder down on the field. But definitely today, right here, it's a game of defence, because you can't turn around and say that Berkshire's defence has not been good. But then you look at Sussex Thunder's defence, who have been great, even sensational.
Well, two turnover touchdowns. There's no other word for it, but it's sensational.
For me, it really is going to be, when it comes to half-time, the defence, you sit them in the shade, you give them their orange slices and their tang fastics, and you say to both teams, great job. However, the offence, you take them out of the shade, and you know what you give them? Star mix. No, you give them fruit gums. You don't deserve it.
But only the yellow ones and green ones,
Yes.
because they don't even deserve the strawberry and blackcurrant ones.
No. Realistically, that's what it is that these two teams, I feel like this game is going to potentially be won by whose offence can adjust best.
Yes.
During the half-time. Because
And-
as it stands now, it's been all defence.
And the scoreline, I don't think correctly represents how this game has gone. The Renegades don't deserve to be down by this much.
No.
But good teams capitalise on mistakes of their opponents, and that's exactly what Sussex have done.
You see, you can never really win a game when you've turned the ball over 5 times in not even the first half. Maybe the first 3 quarters of the first half, which is exactly what's happened here.
So that was number 69, who was just getting tended to. He's walked off the field and is under his own steam. Luke Bilowski, that was, but he sat down on the bench now.
In the shade.
Yeah.
So here we go. It looks like Berkshire are going to be starting on their own 31. Here we go, and it's going to be a run to the left, brought down there by the Thunder.
Number 22, they're back on the field. Ashley Lavelle getting the ball there, and it looks like there was wasn't any gain at all.
It's interesting for me. I imagine that it is when the Thunder see a 22 red jersey in the backfield, they just go, oh.
Yes.
They just go, oh.
And they just flood the line, don't they? So he can't. But again, at the start of the game, he was pitching outside. He was running towards the sideline more, and he was getting more yards that way. Motion by 80. Looks to throw. Oh,
and Lavelle just can't bring it in.
Just over the head of him. He gave it a good go. And he almost got it back on the bobble, didn't he? Spun round, but just out of reach.
But I think even if he would have caught that off the bobble, I imagine there's going to be some Sussex Thunder right there. But I imagine, because it's 22, could they bring him down?
Yep.
Simple as that. But 3rd and 10 for Berkshire. They're having a nice long chat, and they want to dial something up here.
They're not very eager to get to the line. Which means the 2-minute warning, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I imagine that's what it is. So,
5 men in the backfield.
All of that talk, all that time spent, penalty. And it's going to get even worse now, like a 2nd and 15. Don't get me wrong, I'm sorry, a 3rd and 15. I'm fairly certain that that down marker is wrong. And it's 3rd down.
I think you're correct there, Tez. I don't know if they've noticed or...
Okay, well it says 2nd and 15, so I guess we'll roll with that. I'm fairly certain it's not. Dumps out there to 80, but great catch, but immediately brought down there by Sussex, number 48, I want to say there.
I think that's a strong gain of 9 yards there with that reception. And again, it's saying 3rd down. We're pretty sure it should be 4th. But again, we're behind the camera with microphones, not with stripy tops and funny hats on. So we'll leave it to them. I think the Renegades there, getting a bit lucky. Fantastic there by the Renegades.
There's lots of shouting and another flag after the play.
Well, the original flag was for drawing, the Renegades drew Sussex offside. Brilliant, and there's a lot of yelling and a second flag thrown. So we'll just find out what this is about. The refs there just deliberating off to the left side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, we had obviously the offside was the first flag, and then some unnecessary roughness by the defence after the play was over. So this will now be moved to a 1st down. Here's the first sign of loss of composure there for the defence from Sussex.
The thing is, we say it every week there's a game like this. It's quite hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, you can't keep your mind right. You can't lock in as much as you would normally lock in, because it is absolutely belting down here. And I tell you what, the University of Reading Sports Park, it's an absolute trap here. Though, shout out to Berkshire Renegades under-16s who managed to get a win against South Wales before this game started. I believe it was 26-12 for the under-16s of Berkshire.
So the penalty enforced looks like a 20-yard with both penalties. Another handoff to 22, again moving to the outside this time, but steps inside.
There's so much thunder there, so much thunder.
And again, no gain. The ref just shouted there.
I tell you what, again, I imagine if you're number 22, you're probably like, wow, they really are bringing the entire squad against me. But you're probably going to be irritated. I want to get some yards. I want to pat the stat book.
Yes.
I want to put some TDs into the end zone.
Sussex side on there yelling, who's going to sack him, who's going to sack him. So their sideline is so lively.
They really, really are.
A pitch
To Lavelle.
runs to the outside. Oh, fantastic block there by 35.
Flag in the backfield though.
So,
No, not in the backfield. Just a flag on the field. We do seem to have a Thunder down.
but number 35 there for the Renegades, Hassam Kashmiri, with a fantastic block there, it has to be said. Gave Lavelle their time and I think 2-3 more yards there.
So it's going to be interesting to see what this flag is saying. Berkshire have managed to have some success with the flag so far, well recently anyway.
Here we go, see what the head ref has to say. Coach of Sussex coming over to the injured player now. The player is sat up. Anyway, penalties. Oh. So, holding by the offence, number 80, who's been their go-to man when it comes to passing, getting a holding call there and we'll be bringing the ball back.
Amazing again. The amount of yardage that they managed to gain from the two flags, maybe 3 plays prior, you know, can't be too unhappy with it. You know, realistically you've got 20 yards in 3. Okay, now you've only got 10 yards in 3, but you're still going to be happy with it. But it is going to be a second down.
So that is number 24 for the Thunder being escorted off the field. He is walking himself. As you can see there, he's got a little bit of support from the coach and another player. But number 24 there, Billy Stevens. Hopefully we'll see him back on the field. I think he's been a standout corner for the Thunder this game.
So here we go now. It's going to be a lot of 2nd and 20 now for the Renegades as Q2 winds down. You'd love to see a score from Berkshire. You'd love to see one before the end of the half. But can they dial it up now? 2nd and 20 is a lot. Can they sort it out? Man in motion.
Hand off to Lavelle again. Again, after every run play, when Lavelle gets the ball, it ends with 4 people, 4 Thunder on top of him, and about 7 Renegades just stood around looking at him. You've got to think, as a Renegade player, you want to back him, you want to push him more forward, because no, carry on, please, Ted.
1 minute 47 remaining. 2-minute warning just being called. Remember, the Renegades have got all 3 of their timeouts. Sussex have only got 2. But it's going to be a lot here. It's looking like a 3rd and maybe 17. Unless there's an absolutely miraculous run here, you're going to be looking through the air. And yeah, Molyneux is looking.
Oh, it's a oh.
Hang on a second.
Number 80 looking for a holding call
Hang
there.
on a second. That's not Molyneux.
Who?
That is Eduardo McKeezy was in at QB there. I tell you what, good throw. Didn't see the switch happen. So we have a lot of Sussex bodies in our way shooting from this angle.
But
Good play though. But the thing is now, it's going to be going back into the hands of the Thunder. We've already had 1 block punt today from Sussex. They're going to be hunting for another.
Number 4, the punter for the Renegades.
Good long snap. And the punt is away. Going out at what looks like the 27, I'm going to say.
Yep. So punter, number 4, Mitchell Crossland-Scott. I think he would be disappointed with that punt. We saw him warming up and he was hitting.
He was drilling, yeah.
He was drilling them. Getting them in the corner as well. Coffin corner, as the NFL likes to call it.
Here's the thing though. Right now, Berkshire are going to be hunting for another turnover. We've seen that they are able to do it unfortunately, they've been on the receiving end of the majority of the turnovers in this game. They're going to be hunting for one of their own.
I think we're going to see some proper arm talent here from Thunder QB here. What is it? A minute 20 maybe in the first half remaining.
Here's the thing, we have seen De Ruyter absolutely launch down the field, and they got intercepted last time. Throwing out just a short one there, but he's looking for the sideline.
It's number 84 again. It's been his go-to man for the past few drives. That is number 84, Pete Buckland, with the catch there. I think about five and a half yards.
Looking like he's splitting the sticks there.
We have our hoodie receiver back on the field.
Can't believe that.
I would have passed out already.
I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. Here we go. Pass
Number
again.
10.
Are we surprised? Dumped out to number 1 this time.
Number 1 for the Thunder, DJ Sargenton.
Looks like he got tripped up on the down markers.
They've given him the first.
Yeah, 100%. 100% the first down.
Got just stepped to the right side of the pile on there.
Matriculating the ball down the field. Not seeing anything wild, but realistically, I feel like it's going to come.
Yes.
I wouldn't surprise me if the Berkshire Renegades, they're thinking to themselves, there's going to be an absolute cannon at some point.
When is he going to throw it? And because yeah, four receivers on the field.
Yeah, like it's coming. The cannon is coming. The thing is, why not fake them out? Why not do a cheeky little run player? You're not going to.
Number 10 again, wide open, but.
And that ball just seemed to not be able. It just flicked off the hands there. Didn't really have much on it. It wasn't a beautiful spiral.
It was intended, I believe, for number 3, Lewis Mayell, but so far in front of him. By the time he got there, the ball was already on the floor.
It looked to me like there wasn't that perfect spiral.
No.
He didn't have the throw off as well as he would have liked, which tends to happen. If you're me, I'm not very good at playing quarterback.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 here, still 4 receivers out. Tell you what, there's a bunch of Berkshire players in the vicinity, but number 10.
Number 10 again with a fantastic grab and hold. Number 10 there is Sambo Oldfield. Oh no, Connor Barrow, sorry, number 10 there. Sorry, mixed up 10 and 11. But a drive like this, you're coming to the end of the half, just getting these receivers, their hands warm now, just giving them that confidence going in the second half, knowing we hit a drive.
It does tend to happen. You see it a lot in these 2-minute warning situations that, this is when the momentum starts to go bang, 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 bang. But Sussex calling their second timeout,
yes.
So only 1 remaining for them as they just cross midfield.
Maybe this is the time that they're going to think, we'll give it a go here now, calling that timeout, long huddle, chat.
But we really are banking on this.
We've put all our chips on, there's going to be
a cannon
here at some point.
Yeah.
And hopefully we won't be eating our words. Please, De Ruyter, please prove us correct.
Instead of just like, having good 5-yard plays each time, that's cool and stuff. But do you know what's really cool? Cannons.
Yes.
Hail Mary. PA crosses.
Oh.
And he's brought down in the
first sack for the Renegades, number 52 that is. Number 52 for the Renegades being Samuel De O'Brien. That's got to be a confidence boost.
You've got to be happy with that if you are.
And a lot, as you said, a loss of 10 yards there it seems. So we're looking at a 2nd and 20, 2nd and 18 maybe.
Also, no timeout called either. Clock is ticking down.
Is that a timeout called by the Renegades?
It certainly is, yeah.
That is their first timeout.
See, Berkshire, it seems they've seen that sack. They think that there's a chance they can sort something out here. And get momentum back on their side. Maybe just have one little cheeky Hail Mary themselves.
Yeah. Because this must be now the longest we've gone without a turnover in this game.
Oh gosh, what a jinx. What a jinx. You know, you say stuff like that. You say stuff like that and it just, no.
I hope it doesn't come true, because I do want to see a cannon.
Yeah, you'll see a cannon, but you'll see it get
We'll see it get
intercepted now.
picked. The cannon will be caught just by the team in red, which is not what the Thunder would want from that.
I tell you what, these guys are going to be absolutely down in the water here today, because I feel like it's getting hotter.
Yes, definitely.
It's getting hotter. Just like this, football action. Right, okay, that's why I'm fresh. Okay, so here we go. Bit of a low snap here.
To number 13. Oh! That's number 24 there for the Renegades, just missing it. Sasha Gazard again. He's getting close, isn't he?
He's all over the place. He's all over the place.
He's right. He's so close to his interception. It must be coming.
He's ticking it. He wants it. You can feel it. He wants it. 3rd and 20. We're going to say maybe even 21 for the Thunder. Q2 is winding away, but it was an intentional. It was a grounded.
Oh, poor snap. No. Again there. Number 1 pre-calling for the ball, and then almost doing nothing with it.
But that's the second low snap we've seen in a row there from Sussex. Going to be interesting to see
the
how
Renegades
much time is left on the clock.
Using that timeout was a good idea, because
100%.
they've got nothing from it, and it's going to give them some extra time to, as you said, maybe go for a Hail Mary themselves.
Here's going number 7. We've seen him shank one already today. Berkshire going to hope for one, but he has absolutely none of that narrative. And that is going to be taking a Sussex bounce. Fielded by number 20. As Berkshire take the field for, I imagine, let's just say, probably their final drive of the half. But they're going to be looking at, obviously we saw, I believe it was number 83. He's had probably the biggest passing reception so far in terms of yardage today for Berkshire. They're going to be looking to spice something up here. Going to be interesting to see actually who is going to be the QB. Is it going to be McKeesey or is it going to be Molyneux? I'm going to have a look, see if I can see 11 or 26 on the sideline. I can see number 22 on the sideline.
I think is 11 sat on the bench just by us with the tattoos on his arm. I think that might be. Yep. So
it's McKeesey.
It's McKeesey in again.
He's shown that he has got an arm, and he'd love to be able to show it off right now.
Number 88. Oh, I think he ran with the ball.
It's going to go nowhere. Going to be interesting to see if there's a timeout called.
No timeout called, it seems. So
2nd and 11 now.
I think the players have called a timeout because there seems to be a.
Let's have a look here. Nope, it's going to be the end.
That is the end of the half.
So I tell you what, been a good game of football so far. Let's talk about the real talking point. Is this: neither offense is getting anything going.
No, not at all. You expect to get to these games as an offense. We're putting the points on the board. Defense just stop them doing that on the opposite side. But playing personally, well, both of us having played on offense for a team, sometimes it's nice that your team is doing well, but it could be disheartening when your defense is doing the job you should be doing, which is putting points on the board. So, as you said, the defense will be going to sit down and have orange slices, tasty treats, and the offense have got to have words with themselves.
I really think it's going to be the absolute key factor in this game is which offense can make these half-time adjustments the best. That's what it's going to be. Because I feel like the Berkshire Renegades defense, they've really stepped up after the first quarter of Sussex defensive dominance.
The first quarter was run by the Sussex defence. There's no other word for it. But the second quarter, I think the Renegades pipped them on the defensive side of the ball, definitely. they just didn't get as lucky as situations as the Thunder did.
Here's the, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see, especially on the Berkshire side. Is Molyneux going to be coming back in, or is McKeezy going to be the man under centre for Q2?
Well, we have got Molyneux stood directly in front of us, chatting with what seems to be the head coach. So maybe that is a sign of
Things to come.
Yeah.
But realistically, ladies and gentlemen, fairly evenly matched. I'm going to try and give you some scores from around the league, and then I'll tell you what, listen, go and get yourself a cold beverage. I wish we could, but there's not a bar here. But let's have a gander. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I need to sort myself out, get it all ready to go. Okie dokie. Darlington have got it 46-14 over the Donny Mustangs. Pray for Donny, can't get it done. 46-14 to the Steam. Tigers lead the Stags. That's Glasgow and Highlands 24-7. Inverclyde Goliaths doing fairly well. 16-0 over Clyde Valley in Q2. Birmingham lead Northants 14-6. Scunthorpe lead Chester 14-0. How are Lincolnshire doing? Let's have a look. Seems to be 7-0 to the Raiders. And those are all the ones we've got on the doors. Actually, I'm going to go and check in on the Dreadnoughts versus Rushmore. Let's see what they're playing at. Let's see. Good old Sport Tank streams. I think they're in half-time as well. Knights currently leading 26-6 there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you in just a little bit. Enjoy your half-time. Go and get a cold drink. Scoreline here at half-time. Berkshire 0, Sussex 14. See you in just a little bit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, you join us back here in Reading for the second half of Sussex versus Berkshire as number 14 boots it away over the head of 35. It's going to be recovered by 32.
Well,
a bit of a bobble there.
Bobbled by.
Ball is out, but they.
You've got to be frustrated there if you're the Thunder, because the ball was out.
Do you mean Renegades?
Yes, that's what I meant.
I was going to
Renegades,
say,
sorry.
because I tell you what, there was like a deep exhale there of annoyance from the sideline wearing the red. Make sure I've got it all. I've got some sideline. There we go. Sorry, someone, it's really sunny. I can't quite see my little bit of kit. No drop. So realistically, we've got to see now what these offences have put together in the brief time they've had a chat at half time. Now I know that we do sometimes say that maybe a bit too much reverence is put on the half-time talk. Why not just sort it out before half-time? But realistically, you've had that time now. You're going to they've done it.
Oh, and then we open with a pass. They want to get it moving, but
we've seen what they can do in that 2-minute drill where they can move the ball. Didn't come away successfully for them, but as we've got it now. The score hasn't been put on the board in this game in quite a long time.
But the receiver there deciding to opt for one hand instead of two. If I did that, I would have been yelled at by my coach. But
who is your coach?
My lovely wide receiver coach, Coach Flowers.
Oh, Coach Flowers. Okay. Run now up the middle, or just run into the right now. I tell you what is very, very, not so much odd, but just a little quirk from Sussex is that I've never seen a team consistently go on first noise.
Yes.
I've never seen that, but we have seen Sussex and move to a regular snap count, but Berkshire, they're not biting on it.
No.
But I'd imagine, I remember we spoke about this in Q1, it wouldn't surprise me if why not see it?
Yep.
Here we go, 3rd and 10 now for Sussex. He's looking out, throwing out to the left, good reception, but there is Renegades in the area.
Number 20 there for the Thunder. That being, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
Seems though Sussex were not entirely sure that it was 4th down. They're quite late on that punt team's call.
Yeah, number 20 there, Dan De Lucia.
Here we go now. So
with the grab, but sadly couldn't get the first down.
So Bradley Whiteman, the kicker and punter, and also defensive player as well.
Yep.
I think he's playing as well then. He's going to get it away. High punt, got a good bit of lift in it. Good catch by 88. 31 is right there, and 31 is going to make sure he goes out of bounds. No frills on that punt return, no frills on that punt at all.
No.
A simple grab, good punt. Let's see where Berkshire are going to be taking their first drive of the second half.
They are on the 50.
They look
Middle of the field.
I'll tell you what, it looks like they are just ever so slightly behind the 50. So they're starting in their territory by not a lot.
By maybe 2 inches.
I tell you what, it seems that though Lavelle is going to have his back heel probably in his own half, and that's about it. And Lavella's got it. We will say that Molyneux, number 11, is back in after missing a few drives in Q2.
It's quite strange. They're starting the second half as they started the game, and that didn't work out for them. Do you think?
I see, but I don't actually fully agree with you on that, because realistically, if you get 3-4 yards of play, you're doing well. And we can see there that Lavelle has managed to crack that.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
From my angle there, I thought he got a lot less than that, but yeah, you're very right there.
Let's say if they swallowed him up immediately, then I'd say so.
14 in motion.
Dan Williams in, big backer in, but Molyneux moving out right and just flips it. Oh, great coverage there, and a no-fly zone sign from number 20.
And that is an incredible play, because that was going straight to the receiver there, and he was. He had open field in front of him.
De Lucia there, keeping that ball, making sure it hits the floor. Third, and I'm gonna say
Seven maybe?
Gonna say a 3rd and 7 now, but I tell you what, Molyneux was on the money there. But number 20, De Lucia, he said,
Yep.
That's some fake currency right there. So here we go now. And it's fumbled, and it's picked up by Sussex.
Number 20 again.
And De Lucia, he makes a great, he puts that ball down. That ball, another fumble.
Fantastic.
So that now makes number 6 that has been recovered by the Thunder. But can the Thunder offense put something together here? Again, don't get me wrong, the Sussex Thunder defense is doing very, very, very well. But the offense, the offense has scored the same amount of points as the Berkshire Renegades offense. They're fairly matched. Can they put something on the board here?
Well, they're in a much better position from when they started the half. They have ended up from their 20 to now in the Renegades half of the field. 4 receivers again, looking to pass. Oh, there's a pick by number 25 there for the Renegades.
And he looks to be off to the races, but he is brought down. Looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Oscar Cook there, number 25.
And that man let him cook.
He did.
Wow, wow, wow. And I tell you what, this Renegade sideline there, they're heating up. They're ready to go. That's exactly what the Renegades need to lock back in. They're going to be moving, they're going to have it now deeper into Sussex territory. But again, but here we go.
That's 2 back-to-back turnovers.
Can they capitalise? I think that's turnover 2 for Sussex.
Yes.
8 turnovers. No. 9 turnovers.
Yes, 9 turnovers.
9 turnovers so far today. I'll tell you what, if you were a bakery, you'd be really happy with 9 turnovers. We were American football. I'm going to be very unhappy with that. It's absolutely critical here for Berkshire. They need something.
14 motions. Looks to
he's
throw.
looking.
Looks for 14. Oh!
He's tripped up there, but I don't think that ball was catchable.
No.
There's going to be no yellow laundry for DPI.
Looks like 24 and 14 there just collided, and 14 tripped over 24. And as you said, if that ball was catchable, I think we've had a bit of a yellow rag on the field there, but
no,
sadly.
2nd and 10 from, I believe, the Sussex 38-yard line.
A long huddle here.
Going to be cooking something up. Really, see, what are you doing? You're just going to give it to 22, hope he can get some yardage.
We're back in pro formation here. Gives to 35.
I think that's Williams. Is it Williams?
I think you're right. I believe so. Number 35. No, Hassam Kashmiri with the ball.
Yeah, sorry, there's been a couple of fullbacks. Dan Williams is 13.
Yep.
He's the other fullback. So, sorry about that. Not surprised they're on the run there, but I tell you what, again, good game. Good game. That looks like a 3 or a 4 from here. And if you're making these yards, again, it's good. But realistically, you want to make that every play, so it results in the first down. Unless they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't get this.
In their position, would you go for it considering the amount of turnover rate we're seeing?
I think it depends on how many yards they get right here. But Molyneux is looking. Oh my Lord.
Great grab. Fantastic. Finally. That is what Molyneux needed.
And who is that? That is number 80, his prime target.
Their go-to receiver being Lewis Kavanagh of the Renegades.
Kavanagh.
Yeah, that's the one. I apologise to his friends and family. But anyway.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I've ruined people's names all the time.
Anyway.
But realistically, let's just talk about that. We just need to open up the pass game a little bit more. That's exactly what they've done. And now they are as close as they've been to the end zone. Looks like they're going to be starting on maybe the 13 or the 12.
Someone has gone down.
They've got a Berkshire player down. Going to be taking on some water here. Good time to discuss what's going on here, because they just need to not turn the ball over. It seems to be that whenever Berkshire have a good drive, and we're going, yes, come on, this is Berkshire's opportunity to put some points on the board.
And then, a turnover, which is, it's been their Achilles heel there.
It really seems to be like the sort of noise that has summed up this game is,
yeah.
You know?
It's coming from one sideline a lot louder than the other. And
But you hear this, realistically, in this second or in this third quarter, I haven't really heard much from Sussex's sideline. When I tell you what, when they were dominating the audio levels.
yes, in the first half. But a play like that has definitely quieted them down, hasn't it? And as we wait for the injured player, I think looking at it, I don't think it's an injury. I think he's succumbed to the heat, Tebs.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, because I tell you what, I'm close to succumb to heat.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sat in the Tebs-mobile, driving back to Gloucester, and I tell you what, I'm going to become very, very red. I can just feel it.
But the player coming off is number 80, who's just made that incredible catch. But he's walking off. He'll definitely be back on.
I think they definitely need him back on. So here we go now. Molyneux and Lavelle walking back to the huddle. They're gonna need something here. They've not got long to go till pay dirt, but they're gonna need to put 7 points on the board if they want to keep themselves in this game and keep themselves on top of the SFC 2 West. Okay, Molyneux's
to
looking.
pass.
But what a surprise. Foyle was in his face. But thrown out, not going to be a loss of yardage. Could have been a lot worse.
Do you think the best option is to try a run now, try to get them that little bit closer?
I think so. I 100% think so. I think, don't get me wrong, it's not been Lavelle's best day, and I don't think that's because of him. But I think it is because of him. Because the Sussex Thunder are like, we're having absolutely none of you today. But we saw like they managed to gain some yardage on some pitches earlier in the game. It wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see one of those dialed up here.
Yeah, it does go to the running back Lavelle, and again just swarmed.
Just swarmed in the middle, and that's going to be a loss of yardage here.
And you think, when they try to go up the middle, it's not working out. They're expecting that, aren't they?
They're expecting it when Lavelle has it, but when it's given to a fullback, whether it be Kashmiri or Williams, they managed to gain about 3 or 4. But I'd say now you're on third down. The want for 3 or 4 is out the window.
Yep.
You're going to be needing 6, 7, 8. But realistically, if you're Berkshire, you're going for this on fourth down.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
It's the closest opportunity you've had all game. And we are looking to pass.
Molyneux's looking.
Number 88.
He's looking to high point it. That's very, very, very close. I'm sure there's going to be some teams in red.
They've called field goal, have the Renegades.
Okay. Again, we have seen, it's a punt, but it was blocked.
But
here's the thing. Would you say now that you think that the Sussex defence is a bit flatter?
Yeah, they've come off from half time, from whatever they were doing, having some water definitely, or whatever they were talking about, and it's like they've not switched back on.
It does seem as though they are mentally still under that grey gazebo here. So it seems as though Berkshire were not able to gather their team all together in time for the field goal. They're going to have to take a timeout to really set themselves up. We'll say though, Molyneux is still on the field.
As the holder, it seems.
And it seems to be, and the Sussex Thunder coach said the exact same thing I did. Watch out, QB still on the field. Watch that fake. I tell you what, Berkshire dial up a fake here. Absolutely limbs here in the commentary box.
Would be incredible. We will lose our minds. But here we go, setting up for the field goal. Finally, having to take some penalty yards.
No, no timeout.
did they lose a timeout?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, we're not getting the fake.
No, oh.
And another block. Oh,
Oh my Lord. And
it's a
24
race.
is off.
Number 14, the kicker.
Number 14 has to do it.
Oh, great play, number 14.
And I tell you what,
Fantastic.
number 14, he's not going to be happy that he's got a tackle on his stat book.
But Callum Hobson, number 14 there, with his kick blocks, but as heard from the players on the pitch, great hustle. Because if he didn't put that effort in, that's gone for 6.
But realistically, like you saw the ball as it was snapped, that ball was not stood upright for him to kick that at all. That ball was on an angle. And I tell you what, the one thing that you don't want when you're kicking a ball for a field goal is any undue angles. But Sussex now take over in good field position, but we've seen them take over in the position such as this before and walk away with nothing. Berkshire Renegades defence are going to need to replicate that.
84 the receiver giving a lot of space here, it seems, but handing it off to 36, I believe that is, sorry.
35, I think.
Yep, 35, my bad. Third time's the charm. But again, these teams going to the run and just not getting the yards that they need to make the run worthwhile.
It's both defences have looked at the run and said,
not today. You're not winning this game by the run, and it's evident here. Seem to have lost just about a yard from that play. It's about 2nd and 11 now.
Nick Felix, number 35, in the backfield for Sussex. Hand off to number 20 this time. There's a nice pull of a jersey, but Berkshire again.
Is that number 20 who is being a defensive weapon as well, playing both ways?
Yeah. Dan Lucia there, Dan De Lucia, number 20 carrying it now. Going to be a gain of 2, which makes it a 3rd and 1. Berkshire need a big stop here, and they've proven that they are capable of doing it, but you can imagine that the Thunder are going to be dialing something up through the air.
The wind has slightly picked up here. Can feel it. But here we go.
Here you go, the Royals looking.
Comfortable snap.
Caught by 1. They're going to need to bring him down. Oh, fantastic play there by Berkshire. Absolutely fantastic from Berkshire. We saw number 1 call the ball running horizontally. Manages to bring it in there. I believe that was 21 for Berkshire on the tackle, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3.
But number 1 there again, catching it and stepping back towards his QB. So maybe lost a bit of a yard there, but fantastic grab, fantastic run to keep up.
Okay. Interesting. 4th and 4.
Berkshire losing another timeout already, only 1 more left.
I don't think that was a loss of a timeout. I think they just saw something they didn't like. They want to mix and match some people because this 4th down is absolutely critical. The truth be told, I don't blame them. Obviously, you don't want to be losing a timeout for getting adjusted for bringing on the field goal unit. Don't get me wrong. That I will argue was a wasted timeout. I think that was. I think they just need to switch something up. They know that this is critical.
Because you'd think if Thunder score here, it's a long, long way back.
It's a long, long way back. I feel like the air will be taken out of the lungs of Berkshire if Sussex put points on the board here. But realistically, if you're Sussex, you don't need to hit pay dirt. You just need 4.01 yards.
Yes.
But this time out, obviously, it's giving Sussex the opportunity.
The opportunity to think of something here. Because as a Renegade now, you're thinking, are they going for the 4 to get the first, or do you go for the end zone?
This is going to be very, very, very interesting. Critical 4th down here for the Renegades and the Thunder as well.
Looking for a pass.
Oh! And I'll tell you what, That is a good break there for Berkshire. You can't really say that the timeout was wasted when it's another turnover on downs. Berkshire have the football.
It was through the hands of 30, Ash Coe, but in that situation, no, was it 30 on 90? One of the two, maybe. But anyway, through the hands of a Renegades player. And in that situation, you're sort of glad he didn't catch it because you think you'd catch it and then get tackled and you're starting 10 yards further back than you currently are.
So here we go. Berkshire seems to be very, very familiar with starting on directly the 20-yard line, because that's exactly where they are. They had a good pass last time, we've netted them a whole bag of yards. They're going to be looking to do it again. Back to that I form. Molyneux's looking, 8 is right there, but he's throwing that to the sideline. Great touch by the ref.
Yeah. Both teams now are focusing on the passing game now, which is always entertaining to watch for.
Which is exactly what I think they both should be doing.
Yes.
We've seen the run game for both teams is going absolutely nowhere.
Just ball placement, I believe.
Okay. Wonder what that was. Ready to whistle it in.
Yeah, sideline ref here was not happy with where the ball was placed. So just got it checked, moved it a millimetre that needs to be moved, and now we are ready to go.
Here we go, Berkshire locking. They needed to score all game, but they need something here. They've shown that they've got the passing game, they've got it there. And Molyneux is looking to do it again, and intercepted.
Oh, there is a flag. We have a flag in the backfield and the QB is down. I have a feeling this might be coming back, Tebs.
I completely agree with you. No touchdown signal yet, but you won't want the second pick 6 of the day. Referees are going to have a conversation.
QB is down.
So we're going to wait before we get it on the board there. But you don't want to have a second pick 6.
No.
And what's that, the 7th turnover for Sussex?
But this, even Sussex, no, this could be coming back, and I believe it is.
I believe it is. They're keeping their defence out there, and we just heard the coach say, keep them, you can do it again. So that pick 6 does not go on the board for the Sussex Thunder, and the Renegades get a fresh set of downs. and even though he was on the floor for a while, Molyneux is still out there. That was Dan Burt there, number 91, roughing the passer. And
again, it's what we were saying though, wasn't it? They're not switched on as they were in the first half yet as the Sussex defence. Well, not all of them anyway. Obviously, number 11 there, great vision to get that pick 6. Well, would have been a pick 6, barring the roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, you can't put that on your stat sheet.
No.
So here we go. Berkshire get a nice fresh bit of life put in them as they've gained some extra yardage. Man in
80 to motion.
Molyneux is
looking to pass, looking to 89. Oh, it's been picked! Number 40.
But as much as it has been picked, there's a flag from the sideline judge on our side. So we're gonna have to see if that is another turnover that's going to be wiped off the board.
But that turnover, we had a bobble from the receiver, a bobble from the defender covering him, and then number 40, great hustle to get to the ball, collect it, and run with it.
I'll tell you what, while the refs deliberate what this is going to be, the Renegades have got a man down.
Yeah. Just waiting to find out what this flag was about. I'm guessing a holding, potentially, being it on this side of the field.
Berkshire keeping their row out there.
Here we go.
So, waved off.
Yep.
And that is now the 7th turnover recovered by the Sussex Thunder. And it really does say you can't. You're going to struggle to win a game when you turn the ball over 7 times.
Yep.
But a great vision there from number 40 of the Thunder, even though a bobble and then a bobble, and then he brings it in. But again, we've seen it again. Can Sussex do something?
Yes.
Do you know what? Do you know what would be nice, ladies and gentlemen watching? An offensive touchdown.
Yes.
Just one from either team. Or if you're Berkshire, 2, bring it back in. Because no offensive touchdowns have been scored here today.
Thunder getting a long time to discuss what we're going to go with as the injured player walks off field under his own steam, which is always lovely to see. Here we go. Again, 4 receivers out, only 2 in the backfield. Here we go, let's see what the Thunder can cook up on offense. Hands off to 35.
Oh, and that's a good run. Definitely one of the better ones of the day from Sussex.
It's looking like an 8-yard gain there from number 35, who's had a good start to this half. Number 35 there, Nick Felix. And yeah, you'd say, Ted, doesn't he? When the ball's been in his hands, he has got some distance going. Which just seems to be the only running back on the
Thunder who's managed to put it on the board there. Good gain of 8 now, looking at 2nd and 2. I mean, you're going to throw it here. Why not?
Straight
and
to
does.
Are they going to call? No. They're saying there was no football move prior to the drop of the catch.
I don't even think number 1 managed to get that into his hands, if I'm completely honest. I think that's exactly the right call.
There was a call from a few of the Renegades, wasn't there, on the sideline saying, "Oh, he's fumbled that." But
yeah, but here's the thing: when you're down 14, you're gonna say things
like
exactly.
That. You could be up 14 and still say something like that.
Oh yeah. What you got to do is have to put on pads and a helmet and you'll say stuff like that. So here we go, 3rd and 2 now.
Another handoff. Yeah.
And Felix there, getting a fresh set of downs for the Thunder. Felix 35 has, but he's been pretty decent for him. He ain't coming on here. But I tell you what, we'll say bit of a rough landing. Very happy that we play with helmets on sort of landing there.
Felix has now taken a well and break on the sideline for probably the next couple of plays.
Yeah, definitely getting himself some Volvic summer fruits.
But we've got the tall wide receivers out.
Here we go. And it's just
Early
a quick
throw
out to number 1. Number one, high point of that. Definitely all fingertips. I tell you what, all 10 fingertips connected with the ball as the ball sort of concaves, and he's not able to bring it in. But at the end of the day, it's going to be no fumble on the 2nd and 10.
And again, Renegades getting close to getting that interception. There were 2 people there close to. I was able to pick that up after it bobbled off his fingertips.
They'd love to be able to pick up their 2nd of the day, especially as the Thunder creep closer to the red zone. See, I tell you what, we've been talking about it intermittently all game, that he's not.
Yeah, as you said, Seb, you've been talking about it all game, that at some point they are going to swap this cadence round and
yeah, keep going.
Yeah, swap this cadence round and catch them off guard and get the offsides, and that's exactly what they've done.
That's exactly what they've done. Now it's a 2nd and 5. Trying for it again there. Yeah. Very smart on Sussex, but Great discipline there from Berkshire. Low snap, popped 220. 20 pushing people. Don't think it's going to be enough for a first down unless they keep pushing. Oh, I don't. It's going to be close.
I think the ref, they're signalling the first.
So let's see what the judge on our sideline says. Yeah, fresh set of downs, not by a lot there. From
our view, I don't think they got the first there.
I think it was very close. I think it was very, very close. So here we go now. Sussex relying on the run here, and I'll tell you what, the run hasn't really worked for either team so far today, but the Thunder have done it quite well. And now Felix is back in, dragging a man with him.
Number 40 there for the Renegades, bringing him down.
I'll tell you what.
40 being Stuart Burrows.
I'll tell you what, Felix, that's a powerful man if you can drag a man along the ground as he's pulling on your jersey. So here we go now, 2nd and 7. While he's looking, number 1's got it. I brought down. Not into the camera. Number 1 wanted something there, but a good grab from him there. But I tell you what, lots of horizontal running. As you heard me scream that they were getting too close to my camera. I'll tell you what, the referees, we love to see me get my
Camera, yeah.
Broken. Only because they told me to move back, not because I have anything against referees. I did move it back.
So looking at a 3rd and 5, it seems.
But I tell you what, because of the momentum that Felix has got here, it's going to be difficult not to just hand it off, and that's exactly what they've done.
And they've stopped him. They've lost a yard and a half, it seems there. Right, Tebs, you're 4th down now. You're that close. Oh, they are going to kick it. I was thinking you're 14 up. Do you?
No, if I'm 14 up,
just grow that score even more comfortably.
100%. Just because, like realistically, whether it's an extra 7 or an extra 3, it's now a 3-score game, which is much harder to come back from. Berkshire need this ball to go wide, or they need a block. And they were close.
It does go wide.
And it does go wide, and Berkshire still have some life.
The refs are discussing if it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
No good. Good save.
It definitely went wide.
I was going to say, I don't think that needed that long of a discussion. But Berkshire have life. It's not out of the realm, not a 3-scorer, but a 2-score game here. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Might go dark for a minute, and we're back on. But yeah, Berkshire have life. The thing is, what you've got to consider is, you know, the 4th quarter is looming.
Yep.
And Berkshire have only got 1 timeout left in the entire game. Is that going to be a decision that comes back to haunt them? Realistically, it could be. They need to get at least 1 score on the board.
They need to get points on the board for even that to come into effect. They have been heating up both offences this half, and
it's one of those things where I feel like if you're going to give, when the ball gets back into the hands of the Sussex Thunder, which at some point it will do, it wouldn't surprise me if you're going to see Felix, number 35 for Sussex, putting some points on the board for his squad. Ball is fumbled. No.
I think number.
I personally would not be able to begin where to call that. That's another place where I'm not envious of the men in the black and white.
2nd down, the ref's just called.
See if fumble there on the snap. Sorry, not on the snap, on the handoff. My apologies.
4th fumble, was it? I think 4th fumble of the day for the Renegades. As you said, but if that happened in shotgun, that could have been a lot bigger.
So here we go. It's going to be a 2nd and 12. Oh, and here we go. It's now critical for the Renegades as we reach Q4. Only 2 scores in this game, neither of them by the offense of either squad. There's so many bugs on me, ladies and gentlemen, it's rather daunting. But the Thunder are going to be moving, well, everyone's going to be moving down the other end of the field. That's how it works, if you haven't watched football before.
When will this be out? Or is it
It's
live?
live.
Oh, right. And you can watch it on record, shit like that.
Yep,
So you see all the gear.
mine.
Is that what you... Oh, you paused.
No. Oh. Well, what was good you call that? Screen is still black. Sorry, Ella, I was on a different thing.
Conference call.
I was on a conference call. But basically what you saw there was the end of quarter and a fumble that was recovered by Berkshire.
Yep.
There we go. I do apologise. We are back in. South Wales currently leading 32-3 over Hereford.
Oof.
But Harry Owen's having a nice day, so that's all that matters. Yeah, sorry about that, going for a black screen there. I had to put a new battery into the camera so it doesn't go black, you know, permanently. But I apologise for not putting it back on. So here we go now. Just another Berkshire run. Will that get them back to the original down, the first down marker? Oh, sorry, not the first down marker, the 10-yard marker. Seems though it has. So
it has, but 3rd and 10. These runs for the Renegades have not
panned out at all today.
not at all.
No, not at all. But you're going to get into that point now where the 4th down's going to become a real decision about what exactly you're going to be doing. So Molyneux is looking. He's looking for 89. Oh, and just off his helmet.
Oh, flag's been thrown.
Interesting, interesting. That judge has seen something he doesn't like. And you can see he's putting his hands out like he's trying to grab some milk from the supermarket. He's looking like a DPI. Number 8, he's going to be bringing in the call here as we wait for the whiteout ref to tell us.
Pass interference there.
So place in the spot the file, DPI. And Berkshire taking a 3rd and 10. And now they're going to be looking at a very fresh, crispy set of downs.
Their offense has been making yards. A lot of penalties this half, haven't they, Tebs?
The thing is, we can say they have had, you know, a fair amount. I think potentially looking at 40, 45, 50 yards. But those numbers are really cool.
Yeah.
But there's no numbers on the scoreboard.
No.
And at the end of the day, that's what you need.
Yeah. You can't say they're not getting lucky here a little bit with getting these penalties, but again, not capitalising.
And just a mess of bodies there. Like,
again, going for the run down the middle, and it hasn't worked all game, and they're still trying to make it work in the 4th quarter, 14 points
like
down.
When they're giving it to the fullback, they can sometimes be good for 3, but it seems that Sussex are just looking at that and go, no, please stop doing that.
Yeah.
Lots of hands on hips for Sussex. I know they've got to defend another run.
Yeah.
Just making sure we are actually back on. Yeah. Have Berkshire come close? No, it's Harry. And Harry, come for a pint later. Have Berkshire come close? They have, but it's not really come away with it. Hopefully they can get something going. Got a man in motion.
Looking to
Molyneux
pass.
is looking.
Looking for 88.
Oh! Great dive for it though, from number 86 of the Renegades.
88, that is.
88, sorry.
Have you
I'll
got
tell
him?
you what, a great replay there.
88, Brian Lee Ferber.
Now here we go, it's a 3rd and I'm going to say 9.5 is the viewpoint from my angle. They're going to need something. They're going to need something. Last time they were in a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long situation. A DPI managed to bail them out. You're not going to be trying to get a DPI here. Molyneux has had more success in this half. Can he keep it going? And he's definitely looking, he's rolling out the same way he's looking for.
89, oh, just over the top of him, gets fingertips to it, does 89 of the Renegades.
Here we go, 4th and 9 here, and the punting unit is going to come on.
89 there. Nathan Bench just laying out for it, but just over his fingertips.
Realistically, if you're Sussex, when you get this ball, you have to run this ball now.
Yep.
Because every pass that hits the ground, which, you know, sorry guys, but that has been happening, is a stopped clock. And you've got Felix there, who has been on a roll in the second half. You give the ball to Felix as soon as it's an offensive drive for Sussex, and the ball is out, and number 10 gets it underneath it, but number 30 going absolutely nowhere. Very happy with that tackle, stopping them dead. But yeah, if I'm Sussex here, it's about running the clock out now. It's all about running the clock out. Sussex looks like they're going to be on the way to getting that top spot in the SFC and 2 Wales.
More importantly, beating that curse of not being able to clinch a victory away from home.
100%. It's going to be an interesting one. You know, people are going to look at this. If the scoreline stays the same, they're going to be thinking, oh my God, Sussex actually had him in the water.
Yeah.
And arguably, I'd say that's not the case at all. Well, I'm giving this straight to 35 and it's not even close.
It's a tight end, number 20.
Giving it 20. Great tackling there from the Renegades.
It looks like only a gain of 1, it seems.
But here's the thing. I'm not annoyed about it. Just run this clock down.
Especially with the Renegades only having the 1 time out. It's...
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He really needed to keep possession on that drive. Now, the Thunder pretty much own the clock now. It's all in their hands.
They're trying for
35 to Felix. Oh.
Yeah, that's a fresh set of downs. But going out to the outside, the clock's going to stop. Maybe they're not going to be running down this clock as much as they like to run down the field. And actually, I tell you what, they're probably thinking of this as the offense. Gosh, we really should put some points on the board.
We need to score. If it was me, if I was playing, I'd be wanting to score.
Yes.
Because you know afterwards in the team talk afterwards, it's going to be like, oh, the defense is going to give it large the entire time. That's not what you want at all.
No.
Too used to that at the Glads, aren't we?
So it's not going to be a first down. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but I think
I think Felix might be getting this again.
I think Felix can probably make this yard. And it is. They're trying to drag him down.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a first down.
Fantastic. Got the yards he needed to.
Oh, he's not slow to get up. No, he just wants a helping hand up.
It is a warm day. He's done a lot of running.
Oh, actually, you know what? He looks a bit slow there to come up. I mean, if you're a Sussex Thunder fan, not what you want to see. But he's happy that he's just got a first down, I can tell you that. The Sussex having a nice long talk about what exactly they're going to be doing on this next play.
Taking a very...
Here's the thing.
There you go.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Time is on your side if you're from Sussex. And off
now to 20. Again, running down the field, staying in bounds, keeping that clock moving. I think as we start to reach the end here, Tebs, it was a game. The scoreline does not represent the game we've had.
No, I really do think, like, when it comes to, the rundown tomorrow, watch it live on Sports Tank, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. They're going to be looking at this game like, oh, Sussex absolutely had their trousers down. Whereas, don't get me wrong, but in the first quarter, the trousers of Berkshire are well and truly down, but Berkshire managed to get it together. But, okay, they're looking for some in here. Got a lot of time. Oh. If you're 47 of Berkshire, you're going to be...
But back talk about the score and how it was represented, this score could have been 0-0.
Yes.
So very easily.
100%.
We could have been
100%.
looking at overtime, we could have been just ending
There
it at
is no
0-0.
overtime.
Oh, is there overtime here?
It's 0-0. Now, I tell you what, this I've commentated a 3-0. Never commentated 0-0. On the bucket list. Commentated an 82-76.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the biggest one? Biggest scorelines?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
But yeah, this game could have been so easily 0-0.
3rd and 8th now for Sussex. They don't want to give this ball back to the Renegades. Dumps it out off to the flat, but just bounces off the floor. 4th and 8, and the punting unit comes on, and Berkshire, the Berkshire offense anyway, get another chance.
The ball there just coming off the fingertips of number 84 when the Thunder tried to go for a little screen pass, and sometimes it happens. You've got all the time in the world to catch the ball, and it just doesn't want to stay in your hands.
It's one of these things. The percentile of the Berkshire Renegades' chance of winning ticks down with every second, but I wouldn't say it's still in the completely impossible bracket as of right now. But they're going to need something big here. They're going to need more new. High snap. Whitehouse does get away. I'm sure he would have liked to put a few. Oh, I say that. That's a good one. I'm sure he would have liked to put a bit more power behind it, but at the end of the day, he got it away. Berkshire are going to be starting a bit deeper into their own territory. We're going to be looking here for Molyneux to get cooking.
I don't think he is, Tebs. I believe he is on the sideline bench with an ice pack over his knee.
Oh, he certainly is, yes.
So, again, we've got the other QB that finished the first half on.
Everyone in McKesley, I believe?
Yes, I believe it is.
Let's see, both frantically check our rosters for number 26 of Berkshire. Yeah, McKessie, Eduardo.
So, it's a shame for number 11 there, but Molyneux. But if you need your knee as a QB, don't you? If you need your knee as any player. So, but he's all smiles, but I bet inside he's a bit annoyed he can't be out there to try and get something going for the team. Hand off there to
Williams, I believe.
Yep, number 13, back on. The carousel of running backs for the Renegades continues.
Doesn't look like.
There's no gain there, but
Looks like there may even be a loss. Slight loss, potentially there.
yeah. Second down. Are you surprised they went for a run there? Considering the clock will still be running.
Yeah. Yeah. Just heave it now.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't want to say it, but they seem a bit checked out, don't they? Of
Again, it's only 2 scores.
yeah.
It's doable. But McKessie's looking. He's running out right. Got some speed.
Runs out of bounds, but stops the clock.
Also horizontal. Looking like that's going to be splitting the sticks. He's going to have a 6-yard gain. He's going to have a 3rd and 5. Maybe even closer, actually.
It's looking like a 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, one thing that we haven't seen today is a lot of QB runners.
No,
And I think potentially if number 26 is able to keep that up,
well,
I think there's some good chances here.
well, number 26, of course, did play QB for the Renegades last year, as we've recently found out from some of the fans here, and he's wanting to play running back. So obviously, any possibility he gets, he will be running with that ball.
But I think that may just open up a whole new factor of possibilities.
Again, he has the ball. He's brought down what looks like
Oh my God.
loss, a massive loss.
And his big run there is completely wiped off the board as the Renegades are going to be taking a 4th and 10, and the punting unit comes back on the field. Calls for watching the fake. Again, deal it up. Deal up the fake. Deal up the fake. flag on the field. Interesting. Didn't even see what that was for. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a nice hot Volvic strawberry in my car, which I'm going to enjoy slightly later on today. Wish it wasn't hot, but you know, got to firm it, I think. I've got no idea what that penalty is, but Berkshire are moving back 5. Here we go now. If they were going to fake it, it's going to be a lot more difficult now. Good snap. High punt. Coming over towards us. Bounces out of bounds at the Sussex 40. I'm going to try and get you some of the scores on the doors as the Sussex Thunder offence takes the field. Q4, Scunthorpe lead Chester 21-10. The Tigers are beating the Highland Stags, Glasgow Tigers beating the Highland Stags 52-7. Let's see what's going on in Wakey versus Lincolnshire. 20 to 0, sorry, for the Raiders over the Bombers. The Stallions shut out the Saints 37-0. Let's tune in on this particular game as we're about to.
Felix not in. Taking a well-earned rest, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. Got a man in motion. Hand off to 34. But I tell you what, just a great darting tackle there from the Renegade. Who was that? Number 40.
40 for the Renegades being Stuart Burrows, taking down number 34 for the Thunder, that being Jeremy Garcia-Pena.
Only a 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9, as Clyde Valley are currently winning 13-7. Second and 9 again. If you're Sussex, you're running the clock out. Why not give it a 20 this time? Yeah, exactly. But swallowed up immediately by the Renegades. The Renegades want this ball back. I don't think there's any sort of lackadaisicalness from the defence anyway of Berkshire. They're not going to let this game go quietly into the night, as there is absolutely no gain on that, bringing up a 3rd and 9.
Felix, number 35, back in for the Thunder. But you must be thinking, oh, we could have a go at a pass here to see if they can keep the clock going or keep the ball in their possession.
So here we go, 3rd and 9. Felix back in. I'm not going to cut the clock down, but they're going to put it through the air. They certainly are. Royd is looking.
Oh, fantastic ball.
Oh, it's picked by Berkshire. They need something here. He's going. He's going.
He's got so much time.
13's right there. Flag on the play though.
2 flags. Oh, I think this may be a holding call.
This is going to be an interesting one, but a great play there from 37 of the Renegades. He's happy, but there's a lot of laundry on the field.
37 being Harry Sharkey.
Again,
I think he's the person that got the first pick.
Absolutely, because we made a bull shark joke.
We did indeed.
But here we go. The referees are going to fill us in there. Berkshire seems to be a lot further back. So blocking the back there. Berkshire are going to be starting a lot further back than they wanted to, but 2nd interception.
Yep.
And I believe that makes it the 11th turnover today.
But as you just said, Debs, the Renegades defence are not going away quietly, are they?
No, 100% no. It's one of these things where, because those scores happen so quickly in the first quarter, realistically, the momentum of this game has been completely split down the middle. Because, you know, unfortunately, no offences have had some flashes, but...
And again, it's watching the game now and seeing it, you wouldn't think one of these teams is 14-0 up, would you?
No. Lots of horizontal running there from, I believe that. I don't know who that is. 20
No gain.
yards.
Doesn't seem to be a loss either. But
Here's the thing. Do you know what I would like to see from Berkshire here? Get that QB on the move.
Yeah.
Get that man on the move. Everyone's been flooding to the left when there's a run. Take that, fake it, peel out, run. You basically got 26. He wants to be a running back. Let him be a running back today. Let him be a running back right now. I'd love to see just a cheeky little peel out to the right. Here we go. He's looking for 80.
Oh, through the hands of number 11 for the Thunder, which we could have seen another turnover. Number 11 being Sambo Oldfield. He'll be kicking himself with that one.
So just keep you updated from the other scores around the league. Steam win. Oh, Steam are currently up 70-21. The Exiles currently winning 17-0 over the Devils. And I believe that is it for all I know so far. We're going to lock right back in here as it's a 3rd and 10 for the Renegades. They need something. It's critical. And swallowed up in the backfield. Is the punting unit coming on? Oh, it's now a 4th and 15. Punting unit comes on.
Coaches have called punt.
I'm sorry, but
Is this damage limitation now? We're seeing here, Tebs.
Here's the thing. We've seen McKessie. He had one run out when he was being pressured. Great play. Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again with some blockers. Don't get me wrong, they might not have drilled it, but just have the option open to him there. Bit of a high. Punt is high, but it is away. Number 10 settles underneath it. He's got it bumped. Bobbled it.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is going to be a very interesting call.
Oh no.
This is going to be a very, very interesting call. That ref
blew that whistle far too early.
So here's the thing. I think the referee was on the field, blew it. I think our sideline official is calling it for the Berkshire Renegades. I believe the referee on our sideline is calling that ball for Berkshire.
Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic hustle from the Renegades there. There'll be choice words by them though if that ref's whistle stood, because that whistle was blown before the fumble recovery.
Very, very interesting there. Our man on our sideline, eyes of a hawk. He's keeping it in there now.
Because you think if the Thunder take that, that's the game, isn't it?
That's the game. Now I tell you what, it's a bit spicy now, Berkshire.
Here we go.
But here's the thing. You look at their last few drives of Berkshire, they have gone precisely nowhere.
Yep.
But
is something like that happening? They kick up the backside.
they need it.
Here we go.
I guess he's looking. He's looking
Looking
for 80.
for 88.
He's looking for 80.
He's
And
got it!
And he's
Fantastic!
got it! Touchdown,
Oh, wow.
Berkshire! There's not a flag in sight. Wow, wow, wow.
Number 80, their go-to man.
He has been absolutely gagging for a touchdown so far today, and he's managed to get one on the board in the 4th quarter. And I tell you what, this game has just become interesting.
But number 26, the running back QB running back wannabe, has just thrown an absolute dot to the front pylon. Amazing grab, confidence in stride. This is. Oh, again, they cannot get this field goal.
Here's the thing, they're going to need to get this through. If this doesn't go through, game's over.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not over because they can always go for a 2-pointer afterwards. But
And it's
okay.
through. There we go.
Right. Okay. Right. It's only taken 4 quarters to say it, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game on our hands. We have got a game on our hands. Sussex going to receive it. Onside. Onside.
Do they
what
go
are we
for
thinking?
But it's exactly what they needed.
100%.
It's
because here's the thing, this game is now officially not out of the realm of possibility for a Berkshire victory.
I just would love to know how much is on the clock. I might ask this ref as he walks past. What's left on the clock? Just as he chats on his headset. But when he heads our way, I will ask him. But we have a game on hands. We're back into this game.
We're back in. We're locked in. No more reading out scores from other games. I'm not interested in these other games. I'm interested in this game right here. So here's the thing. This is Berkshire's second kickoff of the day.
Yes.
Interesting. And I tell you what, I imagine the Sussex are not going to be happy with the referee on our sideline because that call from him, that was the right call.
Yes, it was the correct call, but here we go.
14 boots it. Oh no, go away. Now grow up. I'll have none of you football. But that ball goes out of bounds.
I now have a ball. Who wants the ball?
Just keep it. Stop holding the ball, you psychopath. But with that, Sussex is going to be starting on the 40. But here's the thing. What does Sussex need here? Damage limitation. Just leave it on the ground.
Now we'll give it to this Donny. He's coming over. Oi! Hi, vis man. Oh, that's 10.
Awful ball. That's how we just make the ball boy. Not good. Wish I got that on film. But here's the thing, right? What Sussex needs to do now is they need to run this clock out now.
Yeah.
They need to run this clock out now.
Around.
35, it needs to have this ball. When he's not on the field, he's not. Oh my lord.
What on?
Septuple.
What?
Septuple receive. Completely empty backfield. Caught by 20. Makes a man miss, but just sandwiched by some Renegades.
Just short of the first down. But what is the reasoning behind this?
No clue. Not a Scooby-Doo. Just run the ball. It is going to be a first down. So, this is the thing. We said it earlier when that second timeout was called.
Yep.
Is it going to bite them in the bum?
And they are going to be seething after that field goal where they have to lose that timeout because they're now in this game. See how they line up again. Again, single back.
34, the man in the backfield for the Thunder. Bit of a low snap, handed off to 34. Nope. Oh, caught by 84.
Do you think this is their offense has now scored?
Yes.
We can't be the only people on the field that have not scored.
100%, yeah. 100%. That's exactly what I think this is. When you've got, realistically, I can't imagine that much time left on the clock. Their offense has just scored, and you're dialing up 5 receiver sets and completely empty sets. No, you're having a laugh.
But they're completing them and they're making great yards with it. So,
do you want to know why? It's because Berkshire are going, they're going to run out the clock.
Yeah.
Fill that gap in the middle. People are jumping. Flags are flying.
False start, I believe that was on the Renegades number. Oh, I can't see because there's a lineman in the way. 52, maybe. Yep.
Good job, Robin.
Thank you. Eyes and ears like a hawk. Number 52 just jumped that because, again, he was reading Sussex's on first noise and they didn't do it. They flipped it once again and it benefited them.
And now the Sussex offense are getting closer and closer to that end zone.
Yep.
As they'd love to be able to put some points on the board here. Hand off to 20. Yep. But swallowed up in the middle by the Renegades.
We must be reaching the 2-minute warning now, Ted. We must be close.
100%. You know, like it really. Tell you what, Arv, if you've got this bang on, I might cry. Wow, that's immense. I can't believe he's just done that.
So if you didn't hear that we are at the 2-minute warning now.
And now, it's Berkshire needs a miracle. They need something. They need a.
Luckily, the Thunder seem to be eager for the offence to get in that end zone. And could that come back to haunt them?
It very well could do. Again, it seems to be that this one timeout situation that Berkshire have found themselves in is going to be absolutely killer for them. But Sussex have a 2nd and 2 or 3, a 3, 2nd and 3. Sussex do have all 3 timeouts if they wish to continue to use them, but
it'd be silly for them to.
I'd be very, very surprised if they did. 34, the man in the backfield, man in motion.
Hands it off to 35.
34.
34. So I expect Felix in the backfield constantly now.
Dragging him down, but it looks like that's going to be a fresh set of downs.
34, Jeremy Garcia-Penna with getting a new set of downs for the team and, more importantly, keeping that clock running.
You know what, I really do think that's the game. That first down is the game. You know, unless there's something mega that happens.
The Renegades needed at least one other timeout, and
exactly, like, it wouldn't surprise me if they're just going to call one anyway, but...
Yep. Again,
rightfully so.
We are predicting everything. But then it'll be interesting to see, because they call this timeout. Imagine next play they get a turnover, and then they'll be wishing they still had that timeout.
Yes, 100%. Here's the thing, you've got to speculate to accumulate. But here's the thing, both teams are going to take on water, and what really is the final flash of this game. One offensive touchdown being scored today, but 21 points cumulatively being put on the board. You know, it's going to be, I think, realistically, it's going to take Sussex Thunder. They're going to have to really have a look at that offense in the teacher room that they managed to, you know.
The Thunder's offense have shown up 1 point this game, and it's this final drive.
Yes.
At a point where they should be.
They're up.
Yeah, they should be.
They're basically
kneeling out pretty much after this.
Sussex are playing like they're down.
Yes. Well, to be honest, the offense are down.
Yeah.
On every other positional group in this game.
Minus 3 points. So they're going to go for 3 touchdowns now. So here we go. Berkshire need a miracle. 34, swinging out to the right. Hand off to 20.
And
but Berkshire
I
wrap
think
them up.
one more of those and that will be it.
Yeah, I was checking if that was 3rd down, and they could arguably get one more shot. Go on, Sussex.
Just go for it. A pick 6, insane, insanity.
No. Do you know what you do? You just go no, out to the sideline. Give them 2 seconds. Give them 2 seconds, and just see if they can complete an 80-yard diamond.
Well, we're expecting a run here. It'd be weird if it was anything else.
Yeah.
2 tight ends in. Here we go. Motion, 20 in motion. Hand off to 34. Brought down. That'll be 3rd down.
You saw 40 there. He's trying to get that ball out even now. But, you know, this clock is ticking away. There's not going to be a lot left. Sussex seem that they want to be able to run. I'd argue maybe one more play.
They've swapped out one of their smaller receivers for a taller one. They would be crazy to go for it, but I want to see it because this is entertainment.
Yeah. Imagine if this gets picked, if it's a throw. Don't get me wrong, it shouldn't be a throw. No.
Hand off to 20 once again. And I believe, ladies and gents, that will be it.
There we go. No. Yes. Waiting for the ball to go up in the air.
Here we are, and that's the game.
So, scoreline here today, 2nd of June, a sunny 2nd of June. Berkshire 7, Sussex 14. Sussex now take the top of the SFC2 West.
And win their first away game, and the Renegades lose in their first home game. But the scoreline, I think there was too many points on the board that should have been in this game.
Yeah, 100%. Like, as far as I'm concerned, though we didn't call out his name very much in maybe the Q2, Q3, Q4, the MVP of this game is Vincent Foyle, number 58.
Oh yeah.
The man who strip sacked the QB twice, leading for one, and just getting in his face constantly. For me, it's
It set the mood, didn't it, for the entire game. The Renegades were so down after those first two turnovers that resulted in points for the defence, and it was, and that was it, wasn't it? Then it was a defensive brawl for the next 2.5 quarters, and it was only for the last 5 minutes of this game that the offence decided to show up to this game.
But obviously, great fight from Berkshire, scoring at the last minute. I'm sure, though, they would have loved to keep those timeouts. But realistically, I think the next meeting between these two, potentially in the playoffs, is going to be an interesting one. Renegades now second in the SFC2 West, Swindon now third. But Sussex take the lead here. Going to be an interesting one, but definitely number 58 for Sussex is certainly my man of the match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through, I know I've read them out recently, but who knows, there might have been some quickly. Just remember, if you're on YouTube, watch this on YouTube, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, get ready for all of our streams. Monday, we've got the rundown, they're going to talk about games with the Breens. I might pop in, there's not much Uniball news going on. You know, I don't do much outside of that. And next week, Sport Tank, not myself. Oh no, I will be somewhere next week. What am I talking about? I'm normally not. Yeah, so Sport Tank. Oh, sorry. Next week's games. There we go. So Steve, and I don't know who'll be commentating with him, will be at the London Olympians versus the Kent Exiles, whilst I, and hopefully Kwame, will be in Hertfordshire as the Cheetahs take on the Aztecs. That'll be a good one.
Be a nice
and
game
also,
to watch.
And on Saturday, you know, if you're feeling fruity, Barcelona Jackers versus Raiders T-Roll, you know. And yes, the mic will be better. I don't want to talk about it right now. So we're going to go through some of the scores on the doors, then we're going to leave you to your
sunny afternoon.
Because I'll tell you what, when me and Harv get back to sunny Gloucestershire, it is straight to Los Publican. Harry Owen, if you're still watching, he's definitely not watching. So, oh my God, Darlington scored 62 points and a half against Donny. Oof, that is rough. Not too much going on. Again, Q4 Scunthorpe are still leading against Chester 24-7. Raiders are leading against the Bombers 20-0. Let's see how the Exiles are doing. 31-8. Exiles over the Norwich Devils. The Glasgow Tigers, or the Uni Tigers, 52-7 over the Southampton Stags. The Wembley Stallions shut out the Saints 35-0. Clyde Valley walk away with the win, I think 13-7. The Birmingham Bulls managed to outlast Northants 21-14. And I believe that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, scoreline here today in Berkshire. The Renegades 7, the Sussex Thunder 14. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Tebs. This has been Harvey.
Thank you for having me, Tebs.
And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week for Hearts versus Bristol, for the Olympians versus the Exiles. We'll see you. Have a very, very good week. I'll certainly try to.